Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook, a new era of sports betting. Big crowd on a Sunday afternoon. Final game of the series against the Diamondbacks. Brewers need one to salvage at least one here. Jackson Churio had the day off yesterday. He is back in the starting lineup in those City Connects, those beautiful powder blues. Pitching matchup today, it'll be Jordan Montgomery, who is a postseason star for the Texas Rangers last year. Won a World Series with the Rangers a season ago. He's back in the rotation. He matches up against Frankie Montas, trying to pitch his way into a postseason rotation. He has been excellent as a Brewer. And with that, we welcome you. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Bill Schroeder. We'll hear from Sophia Minnaert in just a moment. Well, the Brewers playing out the string here. Definitely want to put some air back in the balloon. They're trying to avoid a 4-game sweep at the hands of the Arizona Diamondbacks. But Frankie Montas, he's a guy that has a chance to be a factor in the postseason run.
And he seems to be getting better the more he makes starts for the Milwaukee Brewers. He's changed it up just a little bit. Not as many splitters as he was throwing with the Cincinnati Reds. The fastball has been very good. Last time out against the Phillies, 1 out away from a 6-inning appearance. That would be 6 straight for him. He's been eating up innings. He's been doing a really good job. His velocity with the fastball get up to 97 miles an hour, working ahead in the count. The splitter more effective. Last 3 starts, 17 2/3, 10 hits allowed. That's it. Earned run average just a little bit over 3 and 28 punch-outs. He has been outstanding. He and Savali have really done a nice job in that rotation.
Savali yesterday didn't get much run support, and that's going to be a key moving forward here for the Brewers as we bring in Sophia Minnaert. Pat Murphy would like to see this offense get back together and deliver like they were before, Soph.
Yeah, this is their 50th series of the season, and the Brewers have been swept just once, and that was back in June, the first week against the Philadelphia Phillies. They remain the only team in Major League Baseball that has not had a losing streak of 4 games or more. So they're putting that on the line here today, and they certainly want to get back to their winning ways of how they became the National League Central Division champions, and certainly not for a lack of effort. Right after the clinch, they've dropped the first 3 games. You mentioned the offense. They have scored just 5 runs here in these last 3 games against the Arizona Diamondbacks, all of them coming on the home run. So Pat Murphy spoke about what he has seen from his team since that clinch on Wednesday night, dropping the last 3 games to the Diamondbacks, and just getting back to good baseball here over the last week.
Are we trying to win? Absolutely. Believe me. If you felt my guts right now, it's the same as any other loss. But they know the reality that we'd have a mountain to climb to get 4 games, to catch 4 games to be in a bye series. I don't know if that's best for us or not. But bottom line is we're going to have to start recapturing the stuff that made us great. And they're not stupid. They know that. So I don't have to go in and yell at them. We have to recapture the things, the energy and the things that make us, the individual pitch that make us connected to, each at bat, and then that leads to a big inning. We have to go back to that.
The Brewers looking to bounce back and snap the losing streak, get back to all smiles like Joey Ortiz. The Diamondbacks are a hungry team. They're trying to clinch one of the wild card spots. We'll take a look at the postseason picture coming up next.
MLB Tonight is going to Las Vegas. Join Greg Amsinger, Harold Reynolds, and Chris Young for a complete recap of Thursday's All-MLB Awards show, presented by MGM Rewards. MLB Tonight from the Bellagio Fountain Club, Friday at 6 Eastern.
When you play the free games on the new Fanatics app, you can win up to $1 million. That's a lot of money you can spend on your fandom for things like buying watches for your team's offensive line like your QB does, redoing your garage so you can fit your team's championship parade bus in your driveway, or even building a time machine to give your dad season tickets as a child so he can grow up and pass those season tickets on to you. Play Fanatics free daily games on the new Fanatics app for a chance to win up to $1 million and shop all of your team's gear.
Monday hot stove. There were some baseball transactions over the weekend.
Good morning. We are coming to you live from the winter meetings. The news we've been waiting for is here.
This contract is good for the game.
Seismic news this afternoon. There's a bunch of trades going on, but none bigger than this.
One, we are live for the Hall of Fame election announcement show.
Wherever you go, baseball is always with you. Stream MLB Network's off-season coverage on any device.
Rated E for everyone.
La Liga Pedrín Zorrilla es una liga que está fundada desde 1959. Dicen que después de Yankee Stadium y Citi Field, este es el mejor béisbol que hay.
Estoy aquí con el maestro Bartolo, gozando, viendo un double header.
Step up to the plate and get ready to play ball. The baseball show for kids where you can learn about batting, fielding, and everything in between from the real pros. Every swing is a big hit on Play Ball. Saturday mornings at 10 Eastern on MLB Network.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is brought to you by your local Wisconsin Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Sunday at American Family Field. Roof is all closed up on this rainy day, and we get set for the final matchup of the year with the Diamondbacks. Right now, the Brewers 4 back of the Phillies and the Dodgers. That's actually 5 back because they do not have the tiebreaker with either of those teams. Starting to look like a wild card series for the Brewers. Who will be their opponent? Diamondbacks, Mets, maybe the Braves? Those would be the candidates as we get to the second to last Sunday of the regular season. We got 1 week to go, folks. Then the postseason is here. 7th and final game of the season series between the Brewers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Lineups and first pitch coming your way next. National reputation, hometown service. And by Cousin Subs, believe in better. What a great week it's been. A week that Division secured their 2nd consecutive Central Division title in the National League. Back-to-back division titles, 4 in the last 7 years. It is pouring outside. A lot of rain in the area. Good thing we've got a roof, huh? Brian Anderson, Bill Schroeder, Sophia Minute with you. Great to have all of you with us. Brewers have 1 more homestand in the regular season. The Mets will be here Friday through Sunday of next week. Brewers are on their way to Pittsburgh tomorrow. It'll be a day off tomorrow, and then the Brewers will be in Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates for 3, and then 3 with the Mets, and that's it. Then you get into the postseason. Torey Lovullo, he's hoping his team can make it back to the postseason after they rode it to the World Series last year. They've already surpassed their win total from a year ago, 86-68. This has been one of the best teams in baseball since July 1st. Potawatomi batting order brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Pavin Smith in the leadoff spot today. Ketel Marte, then Jock Peterson, Lourdes Gurriel, Jake McCarthy, and Josh Bell in the middle. Gino Suarez, Gabby Moreno, and Geraldo Perdomo round out the starting nine. No Corbin Carroll in the lineup today for the D-backs. Starting pitcher stats brought to you by Spectrum, and Rocket is Frankie Montas.
Yeah, 10 start as a Brewer, 355 his earned run average as a Milwaukee Brewer, a 3-3 record. They lost two of his last three, but he's pitched really well. An earned run average just a little over 3. That loss came at the hands of the Phillies. 5 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, 10 punch-outs. His last 3 games, he struck out 28 hitters. Let's check out the defense behind Frankie here this afternoon. You got Cheerio, Perkins, and Frelick in the outfield. Ortiz, Adames on the left side. Terang, Hoskins on the right, and Gary Sanchez behind home plate today.
Brewers will have 2 lefties and a switch hitter on their bench. 2 right-handers on their bench in Haas and Monasterio. Umpiring crew in place. Mike Malinsky will call the balls and strikes. Andy Fletcher is over at first. He's the crew chief. Jansen Visconti at second base, and Chris Siegel is the third base umpire. Had the plate last night. Ejected Pat Murphy last night, did Siegel. All the pieces in place. Let's play ball on a Sunday afternoon. The penultimate Sunday of the regular season run. I know you like that word.
Yeah.
Pavin Smith in that leadoff spot for Corbin Carroll.
That means next to last, right?
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Montas, his velocity is up. His strikeouts are up. He has had 2 10-strikeout games in his last 3 starts. 28 Ks in his last 3, as we showed you in the open. Brewers ran into Zach Wheeler with Montas on the mound earlier this week. Only managed 1 run. Frankie hasn't been given much run support. Matter of fact, his last 2 losses, the Brewers have scored a combined 3 runs in those 2 games.
And the win that he got, he picked up a win. It was a 3-0 game, so not a whole lot of runs that game.
1-2 to Smith is down and away.
Second start for Frankie against Arizona this year. He took a loss earlier this year as a member of the Reds.
He has not had great success against the Diamondbacks. ERA over 7 in his 3 starts. Swing at a miss. Good way to start the ball game. A split finger fastball.
Exactly where you want it. It'd be nice to be able to keep these Diamondbacks off the board in the first inning. A powerful offense in the first inning of games. There's a perfect split over the plate down out of the strike zone. There's a good look at that pitch.
Diamondbacks have gaudy numbers in the first inning. They've scored 2 or more runs in the first inning 37 times this year. That is a franchise record. Leads the majors,
including last night.
And their overall batting average at .325, and I think what's most impressive, their overall OPS as a team is .943 in the first inning. Ketel Marte has been a big part of that. The all-star starter at second base this season.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, a lot of that first inning damage is the result of this guy at the plate. He has been a wrecking crew in this series for sure.
By far and away the most runs scored in the first inning of games, Arizona. You take Ohtani out of the picture with his magical 50-50 season, Marte would be a strong candidate for MVP in the National League. He plays elite defense. One of the better defensive second basemen in the game. He's 3rd in OPS coming in, 4th in homers, and he's homered in back-to-back games. 34 home runs, 92 driven in, and a .296 average. And he drives out into right field. Man, Marte cannot keep this guy down. He's a great player anyway, but he is on a bender right now.
He has really done a number against the Brewers in his career, hitting over .370. This is 37th game against Milwaukee. And once again, Arizona on the board in the first inning. Man.
They have scored in the first inning 5 of their last 7 games, 5 of the 7 against the Brewers. And Marte with his 3rd home run in as many games.
That fastball literally right down the middle. 96 miles an hour. And now Brewers have to play from behind once again.
His last 2 hits are homers. Homered in his last at-bat yesterday. 35 homers, 93 RBIs. Jock Peterson hit a 2-run homer yesterday. Skies this one. Joey Ortiz eases over. And there is out number 2.
And better location with that fastball, up a little bit. Peterson jammed.
Frankie gave up 2 homers against the Phillies last Tuesday in 5 2/3 innings.
It's the only time he's given up more than 1 home run in the start as a Brewer.
Yeah, he had really kept the home run totals down. Just 4 home runs in his time with the Brewers, which began on July 24th. Lourdes Gurriel back from the injured list, just returned at the start of this series. First game back was Friday night. Had a calf injury, had him on the injured list. They lost 4 big bats in their lineup. They lost Gurriel and Gabby Moreno. Ketel Marte missed some time, and Christian Walker missed some time. Ground ball to Ortiz, scoops it up on a backhand, and that's the inning. So Frankie Montas gets through the first, but the Diamondbacks strike again in the first, as they typically do. Ketel Marte homers. Now Jordan Montgomery on the mound against the Brew Crew. Left-hander Jordan Montgomery, Pat Murphy's team. In his first season, a division-winning manager, likely manager of the year in the National League. Potawatomi Sportsbook batting order with Churio in that leadoff spot against the lefty, then Perkins, then Contreras. Jordan Montgomery, who was excellent last year for the Rangers, gets the ball back in the rotation for the Diamondbacks. His first pitch is up and away.
Yeah, 31 years old, 8th season in the big leagues. Yankees, Cardinals, Rangers. He had 3 consecutive seasons of 30 or more starts. That's going to end this year.
It has not been the kind of year that the Diamondbacks had hoped for Montgomery. Signed him to a 1-year, $25 million deal. He did not get the big multi-year offer that he was hoping for. even after pitching so well in the postseason last year. That's down the right field line. Churio, that is a foul ball. Just missed extra bases.
He only got $25 million, huh?
He got 1 year and $25 million, which is he's not exactly on the scrap heap, but he was.
Yeah.
I think he was looking forward to a $200 million deal, and he didn't get it.
How's the guy get by on that? Yeah, he's a good one, no doubt about that. He's really tough against lefties. Only 2 lefties in the lineup today for Milwaukee, Frelick and Terang.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And down goes Churio. That's how the game starts for Montgomery. Landmark Credit Union defense, partner.
Yeah, best defense in the National League. They've only committed 59 errors. Best fielding percentage. Gurriel, McCarthy, Smith in the outfield. Suarez, Perdomo, Marte, and Josh Bell gets the start at first base. His first start over there in the series. And Gabby Moreno behind home plate.
Talented catcher, the Gold Glove Award winner last year behind the plate. Here is Blake Perkins. He shows bunt, takes a ball.
Man, the strikeouts have been an issue for the Brewers in this series, and they haven't done a whole lot of walking. You know, the base on balls has been a big part of the Brewers offense this year. They've only walked once so far in this series.
Got to get back to basics here. Broken bat. Perdomo slings it across the diamond. He's got a great arm. Arizona, one of the better defensive teams in the league, the best statistically in fielding percentage. And they have not hurt themselves in this series.
Yeah, fastball, curveball, changeup. And that was a 2-seam fastball by Montgomery to get Perkins on the ground. And not overpowering, average fastball at about 92.
Contreras with 2 away. William checks in, one of the best hitting catchers in the game. 284, 23 homers, 92 driven in. Brewers back in their City Connect jerseys. Contreras homered in that jersey a couple days ago.
What do you think, 8 RBIs the rest of the way?
Hey, he's sitting on 92. Can he get to 100?
He can do it.
It's a big year for a catcher anyway. But those 100 RBI seasons, something magic about triple digits.
Nice round number.
I'd like to get him some base runners in front of him. Brewers offense has been very stagnant since securing the division title. They won in walk-off style against the Phillies that night. That was Wednesday night. And haven't hit much since then. Had 1 big inning, scored 4 runs in an inning off Zach Gallen, hit 3 homers in that inning, but other than that, been a lot of 3-up 3-down innings, putting no pressure on the opposing pitcher.
Now, these 2 teams are playing at a much different intensity level, no doubt about that, but you hope that that does not continue for the Brewers. Got to snap out of it and get back to their winning ways as they head into the postseason.
Montgomery's been in and out from the rotation to the bullpen. 3-2 the count. Back up the middle, off the glove of Montgomery, and this is going to go for an infield hit.
Take him any way you can get him at this point. Yeah, get base runners, see if somebody can hit one out of here. That's a play Montgomery you would think should be able to make. Could be an error, maybe not.
And
give him a hit.
If he doesn't, if he doesn't get a glove on it, it's going to be a routine out to Marte.
Yeah, it's a kind of a not a normal play for the pitcher. And Marte was waiting for it, easily would have made the out.
Here's Rhys Hoskins now. First pitch curveball in there for a strike.
They're going to give him a hit. Why not? Yep.
Infield single for Contreras. Hoskins second on the team in homers with 25. Adames leads the club with 32.
Montgomery's only given up 14 homers, 112 and 2/3 innings. He has been giving up hits this year, 143 hits in those innings. Opponent batting average at .311.
They rode with him a long time. Had some injuries in spring training. Didn't start a season until the 3rd week of April. And then missed some time in July. They finally put him in the bullpen in the month of September to start this month. He had a couple of outings out of the pen. This is his 2nd start since being put back in the rotation. Diamondbacks not quite sure what to do or think of Jordan Montgomery at this point. Did sign that big contract, but as we mentioned, only the 1 year. Hoskins turns on it but pulls it foul.
And one thing he has been able to do this year and has done a good job of it is retire left-handed hitters. Doesn't give him many hits to lefties.
He got traded from the Yankees to the Cardinals, and then the Cardinals flipped him last year to the Texas Rangers, and he was a difference maker for the Rangers. Hoskins strikes out, got him on a changeup. Inning is over. Montgomery puts up a 0 in the first. 1-0 Arizona. Montas back on the mound.
Here at American Family Field, Frankie Montas taking the mound here as they try to snap that 3-game losing streak and avoid the sweep. And the Brewers feel that Frankie Montas has been in a really consistent stretch here. In 3 starts in September, his earned run average just a .306, 28 strikeouts for him as well. So talking to Walker McKinnon, the run prevention coordinator for the team, who works very closely with the pitching group, he said that pitching coach Chris Hook, Jim Henderson, they've all been working with Frankie on just a very slight mechanical adjustment that affects his release side, he said, and it just helps him keep his head on the target longer. It's helped him execute more consistently, just staying more direct to the target, working with his catchers, which is Gary Sanchez behind the plate today. So they said that's helped his splitter play up, and in his last start here at home against the Phillies, he threw 20 splitters, 20 of his 100 pitches, had 4 strikeouts on the pitch as well. So it's been a good run here for Frankie Montas, looking to keep that going as they head into the final week of the season.
Yeah, the splitter usage has been down since he's come over to the Brewers. A lot more fastballs. Velocity has been good at about 97. He's topping out. What he's doing is he's getting a head fastball and then working the splitter in there to get some strikeouts. It's been a much better plan than it is throwing splitters early in the count and falling behind.
Fastball heavy. He's got 3 versions of the fastball. four-seamer, the sinker, and the cutter. And he's got his velocity back as well, which is encouraging. 96 with that heater from Montas. Jake McCarthy leading the way in this second inning. Speedy center fielder. He's made an impact in this series with his glove. Had a couple of terrific catches yesterday, did McCarthy. Full count to McCarthy. Yeah, that's in there. Called strike three. Little backdoor cutter. More cutters, fewer splitters. He's got them both when he needs them. And it's been to great results as a Brewer. Certainly you change organizations, Rock. Going from the Reds to the Brewers, you're suddenly in a pennant race. And he looks like a guy that we all saw with the Oakland Athletics that was dominating the American League. Bell on the first pitch. 2 outs.
Hey, look at the postseason. You figure Freddie Peralta is going to be starting game number 1. You don't know. I guess it depends on if the Brewers win game 1 or not. And Frankie Montas could be that guy in the number 2 spot. He has been really good as a Brewer.
See the difference in ERA coming from Cincinnati, where he threw a lot of split finger fastballs with the Reds. 2 up, 2 down. Here is Gino Suarez, the former Red.
And you got Savali, you got Colin Ray. There's some good options.
DL Hall and Aaron Ashby still among those talked about as starting roles, more in opening type roles. Brewer strength is their bullpen, the variety in their bullpen, the number of excellent left-handed pitchers they have in their bullpen. So you could easily see the Brewers go into opener mode at some point.
Yeah,
maybe not so much with Peralta, but with everybody else, I think it's free game.
Yeah, Brewers with 4 pretty good lefties down in that pen. Whether they all make the postseason roster, we'll see.
Brian Hudson still trying to make his way back to the big leagues. He was pitching at an all-star level in the first half. Right off the end of the bat. Foul pop, and that'll slice into the seats. 2-2 the count on Eugenio Suarez.
Yeah, Brewers concerned about Hudson before he got sent down. His velocity was suffering about 92 miles an hour as opposed to the mid to upper 90s.
The bullpen squad. Charlie Green down there managing those characters. It's a whole different environment out there. You spent a lot of time in the bullpen in your playing days.
I did. It's really laid back. I mean, the dugout could be a pretty stressful place. I mean, game to game, inning to inning.
They're pretty chill out there, aren't they? Montas with a strikeout. Got him with a splitter. Splitter's been good. Sophia set it up. Montas right on the game plan. Willie Adames, Gary Sanchez, Sal Frelick ready to start it in the second. Willie Adames will lead off as we go to the bottom of the second inning from American Family Field. Powerball home run leaderboard. Adames been on top of that list most of the season. Really caught fire with the long ball after the All-Star break. He's at 17 since the All-Star break of his 32. 6th in the league in homers, 2nd in runs batted in behind Ohtani coming in. Jordan Montgomery, a scoreless first, gave up an infield hit to Contreras. 2 strikeouts for Montgomery in the first inning. 2 players that have competed on the biggest stage in the World Series. Adames as a member of the Rays, Montgomery with the Rangers last season. Down the right field line, foul.
Well, Montgomery not a guy that throws all that hard, but it's kind of surprising because he's 6'6", 230 pounds. You see him out there and you're facing him, you think this guy's going to be bringing it pretty good. You know, mid-90s, but does not. Mixes it up very well, keeps the ball down, keeps it in the ballpark.
Of his 14 homers this year, 13 have been against right-handed batters. He's only given up 1 homer against a lefty this season. Brewers have 2 lefties in their lineup. Terang and Frelick will be the 2 lefties against Montgomery.
And one of the reasons is the last 11 starts Montgomery has made, lefties have been held hitless in 8 of those starts. No hits given up to left-handed hitters in 8 of 11.
He made 5 starts in the postseason last year, starting in the wild card series against the Rays. He was great in the ALCS. That's when he shined the brightest against the Astros. Made 2 starts and pitched in 3 games in that series to a 1.29 ERA against the heavy hitting Astros. And then he got a start against these Diamondbacks, the team he joined in the World Series. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Adames. Did he go? He did. And Adames strikes out. 3rd K already for Jordan Montgomery. The Brewers have struck out a ton with very few walks in this series.
That curveball in the dirt. Willie tried to hold up, couldn't do it. And 3rd strikeout today.
Here's Gary Sanchez. These guys were teammates in New York together with the Yankees. Sanchez, another guy that brings a lot of postseason experience. It's all gonna matter. You get to the postseason, you need some people who have been there. Brewers are going to need to hit some homers. Homers are big in the playoffs.
And keep running the bases well. Got to be patient at the plate. A lot of low-scoring games in postseason. Of course, the Brewers are used to that.
Gary Sanchez has played in 31 career postseason games. He's got 7 postseason homers in his career. All of that coming as a New York Yankee. Two balls and a strike, and Sanchez hoists one high in the air to center. And there is out number 2. A quick word now from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Two gone for Sal Frelick. He and Terang, the 2 lefties at the bottom of the order. This will be the window of the order that Montgomery would game plan, that he must control.
And the 2 lefties in the 7 and 9 spots. I'll tell you, that last pitch that Sanchez had, 91 right down the middle. He'd like to have another swat at that.
Yeah, he missed it.
That was a good pitch to hit.
He barreled it. He just got under it.
Yeah.
Frelick with 2 hits in this series. 3 hits on the homestand, matching up against the tough starting rotation of the Phillies. Frelick trying to send one out of here. He has not homered since May 15th. It has been a long drought for Sal Frelick.
Yeah, he'll do that early in the count, but now, now he's got 2 strikes, or when he has 2 strikes on him. And tries to shoot that ball into left field. It's a 1-1 pitch coming up.
And then he shows bunt, bunts it foul.
These guys know the numbers. They know that Montgomery doesn't give up a whole lot to lefties, so any way you can get on and maybe steal a base.
Frelick just 24 years of age. He was in the big leagues last year, but made his first career opening day assignment this year, opening day roster. Forget how young these players are. They play every day and they've been part of this, but still new experiences for them as Frelick flies to left center. McCarthy's there, and Montgomery puts the Brewers down in order in the 2nd inning. We go to the 3rd, 1-0 Arizona. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. We're looking at Frankie Montas and where he's getting his strikeouts. Those are the 3 areas: the 4-seam fastball in red, the splitter in purple, and the sinker in yellow. And he has commanded it well, pitching up with the 4-seamer, down with the splitter. One sets up the other rock, and this is the tumbler that has warranted him some strikeouts lately.
Yeah, the key to this good splitter has got to be over the heart of the plate. I mean, he can't be in, he can't be away, but if it's over the plate and it's down out of the strike zone and you're working ahead in the count, that's the one thing that Frankie's been doing such a good job of, working the fastball to get ahead in the count and then putting guys away with the splitter. So it's been a good pitch for him. A little bit different pattern, a different plan than he used as a Cincinnati Red. A lot of splitters early in the count, falling behind, wasn't working for him.
He has fallen behind Gabby Moreno to start this 3rd inning. 8, 9, and 1 coming up for the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks probably have the best bottom 3 in their order you could put together. Suarez hit 7th. He's got 97 RBIs. Moreno's a tough hitter. Perdomo is almost the ideal number 9 hitter. Tough guy to strike out, puts a ball in play, runs well.
Yeah, you got to make sure the top of this order comes up with nobody on base. I mean, the bottom of the order, like they did on Saturday, getting on base and creating problems, or I should say on Friday, then you're really asking for trouble.
No Corbin Carroll, no Christian Walker today. 2 mainstays in their starting lineup. They'll be available off the bench, but out of the starting lineup. From 3-0 to 3-2, Montas deals it, and a called strike 3 got the edge. That's what Savali couldn't get last night. Montas at 97 miles an hour comes all the way back to pick up his 4th K.
He yanked that one a little bit. Watched it moving right at the end here. That looked like it had a little bit of a cut to it, just barely. Getting it called with just a little bit off the edge. Look at Sanchez, holds it there nicely. Good pitch. All the way back from 3-0.
Out number 1. Here is Perdomo. Strike 1. And he gets a call on the other corner this time. Much more pitcher friendly zone here today by Mike Malinsky. That strike zone was in major question last night. Pat Murphy was angry from the first inning and eventually got ejected from the game. Chris Siegel had the plate last night.
And he wasn't even sure. Pat Murphy not even sure why he got thrown out. But he did. But after he got thrown out, he got his money's worth.
He did. He did. His 5th ejection. I talked to Murph about it today. I said, you know, in spring training, you said you weren't going to get thrown out one time this year. That just wouldn't be you. You weren't going to be that kind of manager. You were. And he goes, well, Vegas had me at 5.5 ejections, so I'm still under that.
Yeah, over and under.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I mean, you don't plan on getting thrown out of a game, right? It just happens. I mean,
yeah, you got to stand up for your guys sometimes.
It'd be nice to be able to get through a season without getting ejected, but sometimes managers go out there with this express purpose of getting thrown out and riling up the troops.
If they ejected broadcasters, Rock would have been out at least 5 times this year.
No doubt.
Definitely last night.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty good, though. I mean, that
but
wasn't real abusive.
You held it together well until we went to commercial. and then 1987 Rock came out.
All the venom. All you're looking for out of umpiring, and I know they have a really tough job. Not easy. Everybody is a critic. But be consistent, right?
3-2 the count on Perdomo. This guy's tough to shake. He fouls pitches off, deep counts.
They all are.
That's why he's a tough number 9 hitter in that way.
This whole team is tough.
They are. Their offense is one of the best in the majors.
They work the count. A lot of pitches per at bat.
Full count. Perdomo down the right field line. That is a fair ball into the corner. Takes a big bounce, and Perdomo on his way to third might have a chance. Throw to third base, off the mark, and it is into the dugout, and a run's going to score. Worst case scenario. That took a wicked bounce off the side wall down there, and then the Brewers just tried to do too much with it. And it's 2-0 Arizona.
Yeah, Terang tried to make a really good throw into third base and was not able to pull it off. That ball goes into the camera well, just barely fair, maybe by a few inches. Yeah, Frelick with a good throw in, but Terang's throw off the mark. Not even close.
And that netting there, not tethered down. That would have come back in play, but it's not. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. Pavin Smith with a base hit.
That'll be a triple and an E4.
And then a single by Smith to follow. 1 out base runner. That was an 8-pitch at bat with Perdomo, the number 9 hitter. Now you got to deal with Marte. meeting at the mound. Gary Sanchez out for a chat. All right, advanced stat brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Marte with his home run in the first inning and his third of the series. Now one behind Kyle Schwarber, fourth in the league.
Ohtani with a slight lead over Ozuna.
Ohtani stole another base last night. How high can he go? I mean, can he get to 60-60? We're crazy thinking it was 50-50.
Is there 6 games left? 7 including today.
Dodgers have a series in Colorado, by the way. That's their last series. Marte, solo shot, one out in the first, no doubter up into the Loge level.
I'd say it'd be really nice to get that guy out of town.
Yep.
He has been something else.
Diamondbacks are headed to Colorado next. They have a game tomorrow.
This guy has a chance to hit 300 on the year. He's at 297. 35 homers. Jeez.
Beg your pardon, I read that wrong. The Diamondbacks are headed back to Phoenix. They have the Giants tomorrow. They came from Colorado here. They won the last game of their series against the Rockies. They've won 4 in a row. They've got 3 with the Giants, 3 with the Padres, 6 home games to finish their season.
Interesting series against San Diego.
Yeah, that'll be a big matchup.
Yeah.
Padres have the Dodgers in the early week series next week. Three and 0 the count. Marte with a runner at first. Takes ball 4. This inning starting to unravel a bit for Frankie Montas. Started with a strikeout, then a triple, a single, now a walk. 2 men are on with Jock Peterson coming up.
I didn't catch it, but it was in the strike zone. Not sure why it wasn't called. Maybe because Sanchez missed it, but that shouldn't matter.
Sanchez trying to frame it. That's more common in the game now. The pitches that look easy to catch, but catcher's trying to get it on those margins and make sure it's a strike. May have cost him a strike right there. Peterson rips one foul. Brewers already in trouble here today, down 2-0. A major home run threat at the plate in Jock Peterson. Oh, and 2.
Yeah, it is interesting when you look at the way catchers are being taught how to catch these days. So much different than, 10 years ago even. Everybody on one knee, even with men on base. A guy at third base, they're on one knee. The art of framing pitches is a lot different. They are literally taking their glove and dragging it into the strike zone as opposed to using the wrist back in the day. But everybody is doing it.
That's going to be catcher's interference. And this inning's getting worse. You heard the double click there. So Peterson will reach. That'll be an error on Sanchez, and E2. No at bat for Peterson.
Yep, second error of the inning. A little bit of a late swing by Peterson and hit the webbing of the glove. That's another thing that you see a lot more of these days, the catcher's interference, because these guys, when they're catching on one knee, they're reaching for the ball, trying to get it as close to the strike zone as they can to make that pitch look good to the umpire. And when you get a late swing like Peterson just had, sometimes they're going to hit the glove.
Chris Hook out to the mound. 4 consecutive base runners.
Second error of the inning.
Montas going to have to put this back together quickly. Teetering on disaster right now. 2-0. We're only in the third, but the bases are loaded for a power hitter in Lourdes Gurriel. This is the key batter of this inning. McCarthy is due next.
Yeah, give him your best ground ball pitch here.
Gurriel grounded to third his last time up. Hit it right to Ortiz. Take another one of those for sure. Gurriel homered earlier in the series. Back on Thursday. Smith, Marte, and Peterson aboard, and Gurriel takes a ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
And look out here, nowhere to put him. Got to get back into the count.
On the ground, Ortiz in and out of his glove, recovers, throws in time to get the second out.
Might have been a double play ball. He charged it. He did the right thing by charging it to try to get to it quickly and maybe turn the double play, but just couldn't keep it in the glove. Yeah, the chopper, he plays it well, but just not able to catch it. If he catches it and goes to second, they get the double play, but he was able to get one.
Tough chance.
Yeah.
But he recovered. RBI for Gurriel. 3-0 Diamondbacks. Second and third now for Jake McCarthy. Shows bunt. Bunts it foul. Ortiz has made that play before. It's a tough play, though.
Well, especially when you're trying to get it out of your glove very quickly. I mean, you're thinking about 3 different things all at the same time. Normally catching the baseball is the easiest part of it.
0-2 the count to McCarthy.
A lot of times these guys are so good at plays like that, they're thinking about the throw even before they catch the baseball. First things first.
McCarthy struck out his last time up. Big hitter to get here if you're Frankie Montas. Second and third, 2 outs, and the 1-2 is swung on and fouled. Just got a piece of that slider.
He's breaking out everything right now, trying to get out of this mess.
Brewers have not had a lead in this series. One-two. Think about how close the Brewers were to sweeping Arizona and Phoenix last road trip. 1 week ago from today, they lost that extra inning game after they had come back from 5-0 down, had taken the lead in the 10th inning. And then Arizona, with a rally, winning it in the bottom of the 10th. Diamondbacks have won 6 straight games here in Milwaukee, going back to 2 seasons ago. That is a ground ball through a base hit. And this is going to bring in 2 runs. Jake McCarthy with a 2-out, 2-strike, 2 RBI single. That's a backbreaker.
Hasn't been a banner year offensively, but with 2 outs and a man in scoring position, he's been pretty good, hitting over 300. There's that slider again. Yeah, down and in, not down enough. Able to find its way in the right. And 2 are in. The Diamondbacks with a 5-0 lead.
4 runs in here in the third. And a massive pitch count in this third inning for Frankie Montas. McCarthy goes, throw down to second, and not in time.
That pretty good jump. The throw kind of sailed a little bit on Sanchez. Didn't get off his best throw, but it was still pretty close. 24th steal of the year for McCarthy.
He can run. Among league leaders in triples as well. Runner at second, 2 outs. Josh Bell, who hurt the Brewers in Phoenix, rifles one to center. That is way back. 2-run homer. And this got ugly quick. 7-0 Arizona. Josh Bell, a 2-run blast out of here. Milwaukee feeling the full force of the Diamondbacks right now.
Yeah, another fastball that got a lot of the plate. Josh Bell hammers it center field. A rough start for Frankie Montas. He hasn't had one of these as a Brewer, but when that guy lays into one, he can hit him as far as anybody.
Bell has killed the Brewers this year. Big trade acquisition by the Diamondbacks to get a bench bat like Josh Bell. Gets occasional starts, but he's going to be a big piece off the bench in the postseason. Number 9 hitter in the inning. Suarez down 0-2. 6-run inning here in the third. And the inning started with a strikeout. That 8-pitch at bat by Perdomo. He triples, he scores on an error. Only 1 out since. That ball's deep into left center field. That's got a chance. That one is gone. 8-0 Diamondbacks. A 2-strike homer by Suarez. That's his 29th of the season. He's got 98 RBIs now. And the Diamondbacks bat around in the third. They put a 7 spot on the board.
Yeah, that wasn't even that bad a pitch. I mean, it was a cutter down and away. You can see the way he's swinging at it. Out a little bit on his front foot. I mean, look at that swing. I mean, one-handed, body out in front, and still strong enough to hit it out. That wasn't a bad pitch. Been one of those series for Arizona. They can do no wrong.
Back-to-back homers. 3rd homer of the game. Diamondbacks have not lost a game here in Milwaukee since June of 2023. They swept the wild card series here and won the first 3 in this series with an 8-0 lead here in game 4. Gabby Moreno started this inning with a strikeout. Only Gurriel, the other out since then. That was an RBI on a ground out. That's a pitch clock violation, which moves the count to 3-1. This cannot end fast enough for Frankie Montas.
Yeah, right. This is a relentless offense.
And it's ball 4. And now you got to start thinking about taking him out. Pitch count is excessive. 41 pitches. Pat Murphy on his way out. Montas will not get out of this 3rd inning. And it dissolved in a hurry. The last thing the manager wanted to do right now is to go get a guy who's trending towards a postseason start. Rough one for Montas. Murphy into the bullpen early. Here comes Ashby. Well, this will be one to flush and forget as fast as you can. Frankie Montas surrendering 8 runs at this point. 4 of those runs are unearned, actually more, I believe. Call to the pen, Gruber Law Offices, 1 call, that's all. Call to the pen. Let's see if Aaron Ashby can get himself a little tune-up maybe for the postseason. He has been excellent out of the bullpen.
He's got a 172 earned run average in 9 appearances out of the bullpen so far. Last saw Aaron on the mound against these Diamondbacks on Thursday.
Ashby, hard-throwing lefty. Perdomo is the one who got this rally started. 8-pitch at bat, and he triples down the right field line. That's going to slice foul into the seats. Good catch out there by a fan. Montas giving up 8 runs, 7 earned at this point. As you reconstruct the inning, the errors came on the throwing error that didn't affect the run. And the catcher's interference just producing the 1 run. However, you don't score it as an error, but if Ortiz can field that ground ball, he likely turns a double play.
Right. It was a tough play, but a play that he has made this year.
That would have ended the inning, and you're looking at 3 fewer runs on the board now.
Yeah, but still, I know Frankie will tell you he didn't make very good pitches this inning.
And then he got into a brutal pitch limit, pitch count. 41 pitches in the inning.
One of the few times we've seen Montas struggle like this. First time since he's been with Milwaukee.
Jordan Montgomery's been sitting over there for a while. 3-2, 2 outs to Perdomo. I mean, this inning alone, Perdomo has seen what, 12 pitches, 14 pitches this inning. 8-pitch at bat earlier in this inning ended in a triple, and now he's up there pouring through Ashby's repertoire as well.
Yeah.
Again, that's why he is the ideal number 9 hitter. I mean, he'd be good anywhere in the lineup, but when your 9 hitter is doing this, it only sets the table for the hitters in the top of the order. Ball 4. And it'll be at least 12 batters this inning.
Yeah, 3 walks in the inning.
Five hits, 3 walks, a catcher's interference. Here's Pavin Smith. Singled in the 3rd earlier in this inning. And it's 2-0.
And we haven't seen Ashby miss out of the strike zone like this too often either.
Three balls, no strikes. Not much to say about this one today. You just can't find it.
It's just one of those days for this pitching staff. We haven't seen too much of this.
Everything's bad.
Yeah.
Not hitting, errors.
Just an intensity level issue.
3-0 is in there for a strike.
And you can understand after you clinch a division, you have a couple of games, but you hope this doesn't last too much longer.
I haven't really been able to get it back. Strike two.
The Brewers may really get a benefit from tomorrow's off day. Hit the reset button. Get into Pittsburgh and start playing some baseball.
Got him. Comes all the way back to strike him out. Nasty sinker at 97. And this inning mercifully ends. 11 batters come to the plate. Diamondbacks get 7. They lead 8-0. On the Bally Sports app. A 32-minute half inning, 7 runs in, 12 batters faced, and it's 8-0 Arizona. Well, see if the Brewers can chip away a little bit. Never know. Got a lot of ground to cover. Jordan Montgomery has been sitting on that bench for a while now. That's tough for pitchers. Love the runs, but that's like a mini rain delay.
Yeah, right. Almost had to go back out into the bullpen and warm up again. A long time to sit in that dugout. Of course, they're not going to complain about 7-run innings.
Joey Ortiz will lead off, then Terang, and then Jackson Churio.
Crazy thing, that inning started out with a strikeout.
Yeah, that was looking good. It can go quickly. Well, the Brewers got a lot of other teams upset at them right now, that's for sure. Padres, Mets, Braves.
The Brewers upset with themselves. I don't think they care about anybody else.
No, absolutely not. But there's some serious scoreboard watching going on right now.
Yeah.
San Diego occupies that top spot in the wild card race. And then the Diamondbacks are in the number 2 position. Then the Mets. Then the Braves are on the outside looking in. Braves are 2 back. Two series remaining for all clubs after today. Some teams have 6 games, some 7 games left. That's where it sits in the wild card standings, and there's still a lot up for grabs here. Brewers will face the Mets next weekend. Ortiz, a little flare, going to be a tough play. That is going to fall, a base hit. And Ortiz is on with a flare single.
Let's see if the Brewers can get something going. There's a good start. Good job by Ortiz shortening up, just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Look at that swing. Doing what he can to put the bat on the baseball and ends up with a base hit. See if the Brewers can put up a crooked number. They're due.
Yeah, get some momentum going a little bit. Get something to get the good vibes back. Bryce Terang with Ortiz at first base. This last week in the major leagues is going to be so exciting. That's why it's so impressive what the Brewers did this year, not just to win the division, but do it like they did with a couple of weeks to go in the season. I mean, they wrapped up the division Wednesday and really didn't take advantage of their home schedule. That was kind of what we had pegged early in the season. If they could get themselves into a position, they finished with 10 of their last 13 at home. It's a ground ball to Suarez, and he makes a play on Terang for out number 1. Ortiz goes to second.
And now it's all about figuring out a way to get back into your winning ways and your intensity going into October 1st.
Season's going to end next Sunday. All the games next Sunday start about the same time. Some are 10 after 2 o'clock, some are 20 after, but generally starting around the 2 o'clock time in the Central Time Zone.
I like that rule, by the way.
I do too. It doesn't give a team an advantage if you're in it.
Team on the West Coast, I mean, if they're up against a team or they're battling with a position or a team on the East Coast, they can essentially know that they're in or out before the game even starts, and that would affect the lineup.
Slow roller, that's going to stay fair, and a base hit. Churio with an infield single.
Exit velocity not that great on these 2 base hits, but you know what, they count. Putting the ball in play and avoiding the swing and miss. And no chance for Suarez. He knew it, didn't even bother.
Montgomery's given up 3 hits. 2 have been infield hits. None of the 3 have been hit all that hard. Now's a good time to hit one hard, though. Put a quick 3 on the board. Blake Perkins, he's got power from the right side. More power as a right-handed hitter. He's not known as a power hitter overall, but he's got more pop as a right-handed batter. I was looking at some of those matchups next Sunday in the final series of the year. There's going to be a lot of eyes on Mets Brewers here in Milwaukee. Orioles are at the Twins next week. Huge implications there. That one's wide open. That's a base hit. In to score is Ortiz. Blake Perkins with an RBI single, and the Brewers are on the board in the 3rd.
Yeah, a little jam shot into right. Exit velocity overrated. Have you ever heard me say that? Just get base hits. There's still nobody out. Let's see if the Brewers can get something going here. 3 consecutive hits. And Joey Ortiz able to crack the seal, skunk out of the box.
Everybody hits. It's even got Ozzie Timmons smiling over there, the hitting coach. Contreras with 2 on, 1 out, and Montgomery misses inside. Well, you never want to be down 8-0, but if you're going to be down 8-0, you might as well do it early. You got a long runway to try to come back. Brewers are a team that can really hit. They've been an offensive-minded team all year. Contreras on Friday off Zach Gallen, Powerball home run number 23. Having a huge year. Had him out in front of a curveball. It's one of Montgomery's best pitches when he's right. Big slow curve.
Yeah, he really does a good job pulling the string.
And he's 6'6" too. It feels like it falls out of the sky.
Yeah, sinker at 90. Then you throw the curveball in the upper 70s.
Did he go? He did. And Contreras strikes out. Second out of the inning. Fourth strikeout for Montgomery.
Yep, he went.
Hitters get upset, even Murph, but they prefer the home plate umpire ask for an appeal. But it did look like he went. Rhys Hoskins on the ground, foul. Other games next weekend that are of interest. The Royals are in Atlanta. And then keep an eye on the Tigers, Rock. Tigers are surging right now, and they finished their season at home against the White Sox.
Yeah, they got 81 wins, 81 and 74 coming into play today.
And Detroit has a 4-3 lead in Baltimore currently in the 7th inning. That would be some story if the Tigers come off the deck. Looked like they were making preparations for next season. And here they are. Tigers are in it, fully in it, with the Twins and the Kansas City Royals. All separated by one loss, those three teams.
Yeah. Tigers have been playing some pretty good baseball, 7-3 in their last 10.
Twins have already dropped the first game of a doubleheader, 8-1 to Boston. Game 2 coming up. At this moment, the Tigers are inside that wild card picture. There's a lot can happen in the last week of the season. And while the Brewers aren't playing great baseball right now, they don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, they're in.
Because they took care of business prior to.
Yeah, played so hard so long, and kind of been a funk right now.
2-2 to Hoskins. Got him. Montgomery strikes him out. Got to secure it at first. Moreno does so, and that's the inning. Brewers get one. 8-1 our score. We head to the 4th inning. Diamondbacks coming up.
Match Day here on this Sunday afternoon at American Family Field. The Brewers trying to come back in this one, and we want to acknowledge two of the minor league managers that have been up here this weekend. Nick Stanley there on the left, the Carolina Mudcats manager, and then Victor Estevez, the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers manager. Both of them earned Minor League Managers of the Year. For Victor Estevez, his first year managing the T-Rats, Midwest League Manager of the Year. A great season for them, 74-52, made it to the championship finale. And then Nick Stanley, his first year managing in the Carolina League, they put together a 78-51 record. That was the best record in the Carolina League. And so congratulations to both of them. They've been up here for the weekend, and Pat Murphy talked about it's a great opportunity for them just to, finish off their season here, spend some time around the major league team. He said it was something that he really benefited from when he was in the minor leagues and got a chance to come up and spend some time around the major league team. So congratulations to both of them, first year managers with their affiliates, both of them advancing to the postseason and earning some time here with the major league team.
So important to have good people molding your prospects and your draft choices, and the Brewers apparently have a good group down there in the minor leagues.
Yeah, Tom Flanagan deserves a lot of credit, and good to see those guys. And Pat Murphy was a minor league manager. He knows that that is a long trek to get to the big leagues, and they're going to take a lot from their experience here in the major leagues.
Some guys prefer to be down in the minor leagues where they feel as though they can make a difference with some of these young kids, some in the teens, early 20s, teach them how to be big leaguers. And the organization is very consistent. I mean, the same things that are talked about up here in the major leagues are talked about down in rookie ball and A ball, double A. They're learning the Brewer way.
Jock Peterson, a swing and a miss, 2-2 the count. Ashby struck out Marte to start the inning. You'd love to give Ashby a good long run here. He's been impressive. He missed all of last season after shoulder surgery, had a couple of setbacks, was hoping to make it into the rotation this year coming out of spring training. He didn't have it. As he says, the ball just wasn't coming out of his hand. I mean, shoulder surgeries are tricky, and it comes and goes, but about halfway through the year, he's been starting all year in AAA. He said he finally started to feel better. He's finally felt like himself once again with no pain. And man, has he come out of the bullpen in the big leagues and been a real weapon. And a called strike 3 on Peterson.
Yep, and his velocity's been really good too.
98-mile-an-hour sinker, Rock, from a lefty.
Yep, and Jock Peterson finally got his at-bat against a lefty.
He's been asking for one.
Yeah, right. It's kind of a point of contention in yesterday's game. Right on the inside corner, 98. And Peterson just watches it.
That's a good call. Torey Lovello and Jock Peterson exchanging some pleasantries yesterday. That is a base hit into right, just out of the reach up to Rang. Lourdes Gurriel right off the end of the bat, singles with 2 outs. Close call.
Yeah. Maybe by 6 inches. If he can't catch him, nobody can.
Brings up Jake McCarthy. Drove in a run with a base hit in the 3rd. That was a bit of a backbreaker. At the time, it was 4-0. McCarthy made it 5-0, and then Bell a 2-run homer, and then Suarez homered. Got to remember the Brewers just put 7 on the board against Arizona last Saturday in Phoenix. Very similar to this. They got a run in the first, 7 in the second. At one point led 12-0 did the Brewers. Diamondbacks have returned the favor here on this Sunday. Ashby trying to get through the fourth. Bounces it in. Nice block back there by Gary Sanchez.
Yeah, we have been talking a lot about how you prepare to get into the postseason when you have a big lead. Now the Brewers have clinched. If you're going to go into a swoon, right now is a good time to do it. Next week is not a good time for that. You want to start dialing it up. Next week, win to Pittsburgh. You know, the Mets come in. You want to be playing your good baseball when the postseason starts. But right now, if you're going to have a rough time of it, this is the time to do it.
Agreed. I don't think they know that. Got him. Inning over. McCarthy strikes out. Ashby strikes out 3. All of his outs have been strikeouts thus far in an inning and a third.
Hey, come to American Family Field to cheer on your division champion Brewers as they look to secure a top seed for the postseason. Scan the QR code or visit brewers.com to purchase tickets.
Just because it's 8-1 doesn't mean you can't have some fun. Enjoying a day under the roof on a rainy day. Packers having a good run, in control in Nashville, leading 27-14 over the Titans. That used to be my team, you know, the Houston Oilers.
Earl Campbell
stole them. Then I wasn't an NFL fan until I moved here, and now it's all Packers all the time.
Earl Campbell fan.
Yep,
Billy
Earl
White Shoes Johnson.
Dan Pastorini. Bruce Matthews. List could go on and on. Bum Phillips.
Yeah, Bum Phillips.
Do you like Bum?
Who didn't like Bum?
That was my team.
You gotta love a guy named Bum.
You get yelled at, you're a bum. Yep, you're right.
You're right. I am.
DL Hall going to back up Ashby. Good look at a couple of big left-handed weapons the Brewers are queuing up for the postseason. 1-2 the count, and Adames takes a ball.
Ashby's going to play a big part in what the Brewers do. He has been tremendous out of the bullpen.
A lot of decisions to be made, and how you run the wild card series will differ than how you run a division series, which is a best of 5. If you should advance.
Need another starter or two.
Yeah, it changes the composition of the roster But the Brewers have so many interchangeable parts that there's not a whole lot of stress to it. You kind of know how the back end of the bullpen shapes up. McGill and Williams are your 8th and 9th for sure, and then in those swing leverage roles you've got Koenig and Payamps, and you've just got plenty of options down there. But how you get from innings 1 to 6 is probably what the most conversations are about right now.
Need a guy who can give you multiple innings if you need that.
(3-2) to Adames. Line drive, base hit. Leadoff single in the long at bat. They're putting some pitches here on Montgomery. That was an 8-pitch sequence. And Adames is aboard with a single.
Yep, looked like a fastball that was down the middle of the plate. Good swing by Willie Adames. Got it down on the trademark just a little bit, but able to center on it for a base hit.
Here's Gary Sanchez now.
He's been a tough guy to square up today, hasn't he? Not a whole lot of pitches are barreled up for the Brewers. A little on the trademark, down on the end of the bat, underneath. Got it, doesn't throw very hard. Don't have to.
Everything's got a wrinkle to it. He has had a dreadful year by his standards. But if there's a finishing kick in Montgomery, he has proven he has the pedigree to deliver in the pressure situations of the postseason.
And more curveballs than anything else.
Had to be so disappointing for Montgomery that the Rangers didn't come after him after all he did for that organization in the postseason. Probably assumed there was going to be a long-term deal, and it never came, and he ended up signing that one-year deal with Arizona. Two balls and a strike, and Sanchez rips it foul into the netting. Can't think of Gary Sanchez without thinking of the great John Sterling, Yankees announcer, who's coming back to call Yankees games in the postseason. He retired, and they're pulling him back in. Gary is scary.
He retired early in the year, right?
Yeah, he just walked away. He just pulled a Phil Rizzuto and said, "I'm out."
That's it. I had it.
But John Sterling's coming back.
Great guy. Always loved talking to John.
Sanchez draws a walk.
John and Susan Wallman.
That's baseball, Susan.
Doing Yankees radio.
2 men aboard here. And a meeting at the mound. Brent Strom, longtime Astros pitching coach, helped bring that organization back to prominence. The mad scientist of pitching coaches. He's done a great job with the Diamondbacks. So they gather together. Gives us a chance to hear a quick word from Aurora Healthcare.
This is how it feels to have a complete health partner who cares for all of you, so you can live powerfully, live joyfully, and live fully.
Still a lot of game left. Let's see if the Brewers can peck away here. First two reach.
In that big lead the Brewers had in Arizona last Saturday, leading 12-0 at one point. Arizona scored 5 runs. They actually made a little bit of a game of it. Brewers would like to do the same here. Frelick fouls it away. That bothered him a little bit. Kind of clutching at his right arm, right shoulder. Something got him. He looked uncomfortable after that swing. Mike Malinsky just checking in with him to make sure he's okay.
He takes a pretty healthy hack. Check out the two guys out on second base. Those cleats they're wearing.
See, we got a timeout here. Torey Lovello is out. I'm not sure what's
something
checking
going
out
on.
Moreno.
Yeah, Moreno. Something wrong with him.
Moreno just got back last Sunday. He's only been back a week. He went down to their spring training facility. Let's see.
Where's he get him? Ball in the dirt? Not sure. I mean, got the chest protector. Not sure if he has an issue with the rib or not.
He had an adductor strain. Yeah, I think it's in that groin area. That is what it looks like to me. I don't want to speculate, but he's dealt with it, and it looked like a re-aggravation. And why take a chance, especially right now in this game? Still trying to stretch it out. I think Perdomo is trying to convince him to go to the clubhouse. Torey Lovello shutting him down. Merrill Kelly had cramping in his lower legs yesterday, and a similar argument. Yeah, Moreno's going to be done. That's a tough break for the Diamondbacks. They were glad to get him back, but maybe re-aggravated that injury. We'll await official word. It's one of the game's best catchers.
You're going to have Jose Herrera behind home plate. He started in yesterday's game.
Hit his first big league home run yesterday. So it'll take him a minute to get saddled up. Diamondbacks, as I mentioned, they do not have a day off. They play tomorrow at home against the Giants. Their next day off is Thursday before they finish the season with the Padres. So Jose Herrera will get a few catches in to loosen up a bit. Herrera says he's good. I think Montgomery wants one more after this delay. All right. We'll await word from the Diamondbacks clubhouse on Gabby Moreno. And Herrera is in. The Brewers have 2 men aboard. Nobody out. 1 ball, 1 strike with Sal Frelick coming up. One and one the count on Frelick. Crowded him with a fastball. That's a bench coach, Jeff Bannister. Handles the catchers as well. There's a rocket into right center, and it's off the glove of Pavin Smith. Wind him up. Coming in to score, Adames. Sanchez to third. Frelick to second. And it's 8-2, and maybe the door's opening slightly.
Wow, that ball was smoked, but should have been caught out in right field. Pavin Smith not able to grab it right off his glove. That'll be a double. And a rare base hit against Montgomery with a left-handed batter at the plate. He hadn't given up many. That ball was a line drive bullet off the bat of Frelick, so here we go. Brewers got something going. Second and third, nobody out.
Got to put together a crooked inning right here. Montgomery's pitch count is rising quickly. That's number 73 for him. We are only in the fourth. Sal Frelick with an RBI double. Second and third, nobody out for Ortiz. 2 balls, no strikes.
There is a bit of an adjustment time when you have a new catcher in there. You know, different setup, different target, maybe a different way that he wants to go about attacking hitters.
There's a strike. 2-1 the count. 2 hits and a walk this inning. Third time through the batting order. The Brewers, or second time through the batting order. Brewers have 4 hits and a walk. With the third time around looming. Ortiz, fly ball to right. Sanchez not a fast runner, and he's going to try. Smith's throw comes in. Sanchez scores. That was going to be a big pileup at one point.
Yeah.
Herrera takes the throw up the line. Sac fly and an RBI for Ortiz. It is 8-3 Diamondbacks.
Kind of a half-hearted throw by Pavin Smith. He circled the baseball, had his momentum going toward home plate, but not much of a throw. It took his time, and that just kind of rolls into home plate.
Runner at second, 1 out for Bryce Terang. Chopper to third base. Suarez playing in. And the second out. Frelick goes to third. And here comes Churio. Oh, the junior PA announcer's into it. I love it. Big call of Churio here. Fans are ready to roar. Looking for a reason right now. Churio at infield hit his last time up. Oh, and 2 the count. It's good to see Churio back in the lineup. He could have played yesterday and would have in almost any other scenario after he rolled his ankle. He made a great catch on Corbin Carroll, but he rolled his ankle coming down on that catch, and then he took a shot from Adames to the side of the head. So they just decided to give him a day off.
He pinch hit last night.
Runner at third, 2 outs. 0-2 the count on Churio. In the dirt, Herrera, nice block of it.
Frelick getting a huge lead down, secondary lead down the line. That ball squirts away. He's going to take off. That's textbook right there by Herrera.
If you do it right, it doesn't hurt. You have to trust it, though. 1-2 the count. Two now. A base hit here changes the whole outlook the rest of this game. A long ball here really changes it. 2-2. And he got him, struck him out on a changeup. But the Brewers get 2. They've scored in each of the last 2 innings. Sal Frelick with an RBI double. It's 8-3 Arizona. Time to play fully, brought to you by Aurora Healthcare. Aaron Ashby, impressive once again out of the bullpen.
His numbers out of the pen have been eye-popping this year. Faced 5 hitters today, struck out 4 of them. The only base hit he allowed to Gurriel is an opposite field off the end of the bat base hit as D.L. Hall takes over. 11th appearance for him. He's made 7 starts. He's been much better out of the pen as well.
He started a game last Sunday against Arizona. Figures to be his role. If he makes a postseason roster, it would be as a reliever, maybe an opener. Never know how the Brewers are going to work it. That's another catcher's interference. Sanchez is really upset. These late swings by the Diamondbacks. And it's going to be a second catcher's interference, which will be a second error on Sanchez. And the 3rd Brewers error of this game.
Clearly getting a piece of that glove on a late swing. Well, you see more and more of those these days. Brewers have been victimized by that quite a bit.
So Bell is aboard. Here is Suarez.
And that's the thing about this new style of catching, you know, the one name we've been talking about it all year. You get closer to the hitter. You want to catch the baseball as close to the strike zone as you can. And sometimes that's going to happen. That's the way he reaches.
Yep.
And you get a late swing, a normal swing. You know, the guy's going to be out in front a little bit, and that's not going to happen. But if they're behind, a late swing, pretty good chance you're going to get a piece of the glove.
Defensive swing at a changeup from Hall. One of his better off-speed pitches. Hall coming to the Brewers from the Orioles in that Corbin Burns trade. He and Joey Ortiz. And he gassed him up, struck him out. Change up to the fastball. Suarez is Hall's first K.
You go from 83 miles an hour to 94 miles an hour. You speed the bat up a little bit. After you slow it down with a changeup, and then you put it up in the zone. Good pitching.
Hall had a knee injury earlier this year. He tried to pitch through the pain of the knee injury and was not effective. He was losing a lot of velocity on his fastball. Finally put him on the injured list 3rd week of April. And then just as he was coming back, he re-aggravated the knee. That was in June. And then he had to do another rehab assignment when he was hit by a line drive while pitching in Nashville. That was in July. It's just been one of those years he just couldn't get the train on the tracks on the injury front. Brewers are hoping that he is back, and what they saw out of him last year when he did make the postseason roster for the Orioles. He was pitching well until his last 2 outings. 1 a start, 1 a relief appearance, both against the Diamondbacks. Herrera's first at bat after coming in for Gabby Moreno.
You know, a lot of DL Hall's success comes with fastball velocity. I mean, when he's down in the 92, 93 range, a little different result than when he's up in the mid 90s. Kind of fluctuates quite a bit.
He'd love a ground ball here off Herrera's bat. Switch hitting catcher hit his first major league homer yesterday as a lefty. This is his 3rd different year in the major leagues. Very limited playing time. But until yesterday, it never circled the pillows in the big leagues. Big curve misses. Three-2 with 1 away. Catcher's interference put Bell on E2. Pittsburgh shut out the Reds today, Rock. Paul Skeens went 5 scoreless innings, had 9 strikeouts.
Yeah, he's something, isn't he?
He's 11-3 with a 1.99 ERA with 1 start left. Where are we at on the rookie of the year?
Yeah.
Skeens,
Turio, Jackson Merrill.
the 2 Jacksons. The 2 Jacksons are in pennant races. Skeens has been so dominant, though. Hard to argue either way on either of the 3.
Yeah, Brewers probably won't face him, right? That's good.
No, he pitched today.
Yeah.
They'll miss him for his last start. Every time he pitches, too, they pack the place. Like starters used to be. When you found out a starter was on the mound, you target those pitchers. Pitch number 9 is flared foul.
You saying the walk-up tickets are at a premium?
I mean, I know that's the way you grew up.
Yeah.
Same with me. You look at the newspaper. What are the pitching matchups? And you adjust accordingly. That day's kind of gone to some extent. Still a few of those headliner starting pitchers out there. Skeens is certainly one of them. That is ball 4.
We never got our tickets in advance either.
Just walk up.
Just walk up. Hopefully you have tickets. You know, you drive to Philly or Yankee Stadium.
Sneak in with a band.
You got 4.
I mean, we don't encourage that, but if that's the way you want to roll, that's fine too.
No, it's easy. You know, you get online, your tickets are on your phone.
Yeah. It's a couple of clicks away.
Yeah. Easy.
Perdomo takes a strike. Speaking of tickets, you got to line up, get yours. October 1st, October 2nd. Those are the first 2 games, most likely. Those will be the wild card series, best 2 out of 3, but the Brewers will have all 3 games at home because they are a division winner. But you gotta pack the ballpark.
Yeah, who are they going to play, right? You don't know. Could be Arizona, could be the Mets, could be Atlanta.
Mets might just camp down for a week. They'll be here the last series of the year. Off day Monday, which is a workout day, and then the wild card series October 1st. Most likely an afternoon game. Depends on what the matchup is. Maybe if it's the Mets, it'll be a primetime game, an evening game. You know how those national television networks function.
I know how you guys are.
1-2 the count. Got him. Hall strikes him out with a slider. Second out. Both outs are K's, and between Hall and Ashby, the last 6 outs have been via the strikeout. We're in true outcome mode right now, Rock.
Yeah, check this out. Good slider, kind of a backdoor slider. Right off the outside corner and gets the swing and miss.
2 gone, 2 on. Top of the order, Pavin Smith. Fly ball center field. Right there, Perkins. And that's the inning. Diamondbacks down in the 5th. No runs in. 8-3 Arizona. Brewers will have Perkins lead off, then Contreras and Hoskins, and a whole lot more, let's hope. A reminder for every Brewers RBI this season, Northwestern Mutual is funding 5 hours of childhood cancer research. It is gold in September after all. Shout out to the Bartos family. Eight to 3 our score here. Diamondbacks lead the Brewers. Brewers have scored in each of the last 2 innings, chipping away a little bit. Here's Blake Perkins, who drove in a run with a single in the 3rd. Montgomery back out for his 5th inning. Bullpen is active. Gilbert Diaz, in case Montgomery should falter.
Emily Torlavello wants the Brewers to get much closer. Any kind of problems here, maybe a couple of men on, he's going to be gone. And get into that bullpen.
Line shot, center field, caught by McCarthy. Perkins hit it well, but right at the speedy center fielder. Tough break for Blake.
That's what you get for hitting the ball hard, right?
Yeah, you need those little handle shots.
A little flare. Take those any day.
Brings up Contreras. Look out. Helicoptered that bat into the netting.
Thank goodness for that netting. That'd have been a bruise for somebody over there.
Coming right at you, boys. He's telling me I'd have just caught that for you.
Yeah.
And then we'd have had it up on the mantle.
And change up, and that's what happens a lot of times.
Yeah, he was bailing. Don't let him tell you otherwise. Catching a game with your buddies on a Sunday afternoon. That's a good day.
What better place to be when it's raining?
Man, perfect.
And close the roof, watch a game.
One and two the count on Contreras. Infield hit his first time up. And did he go? He did not. This time they do ask. A curveball by Montgomery is giving Contreras fits. Struck him out with it last time up. Two and two.
Man, he's throwing a lot of curveballs today.
That was a changeup that missed low. If he gets a hanger, Contreras could do some damage with it. 3-2 pitch, and he bounced it, and Contreras is aboard. There's a base runner you need. And that brings up Rhys Hoskins.
Yeah, let's see how much leash Montgomery has here in this fifth inning.
Force him in that bullpen. Torey Lovello is on his way. Montgomery just hasn't been the same pitcher this season.
And no leash, actually.
Cannot get through 5 despite an 8-0 lead after 2.5 innings. So Montgomery will exit. Runner on with 1 out. We'll set up the matchup when we come back. Hoskins the batter. Chipping away the last 2 innings. They were down 8-0. Can they keep it going? You got some power hitters coming up. Adames checking out the scouting report. Rhys Hoskins will bat. And who we got on the mound here, Rock?
Well, you got Gilbert Diaz. I guess that's the way you pronounce his first name, right? See, why do you do that? I told you I didn't want to say that name. I don't want to mess it up.
You did great.
So Diaz is on, making some starts down in the minor leagues. They called him back up on September 12th. Made his first appearance in a game in relief against the Brewers back on the 14th. You like doing that, don't you?
William Contreras is going to be pinch run for. Garrett Mitchell coming out again. Brewers are going to do some unorthodox things here, trying to keep people healthy. Something you would not do in a postseason scenario, but speed aboard. And Rhys Hoskins coming up. Contreras been dealing with a finger injury. He says he's good, I'm good, okay. And then Pat Murphy says, nah.
No, you're not.
No.
Come on in.
Take him out.
Put your feet up, get ready.
Day off tomorrow. I'm guessing there was some conversation about Contreras having this day off. And he didn't want this day off, and maybe Murph promised him half a game. Things you can do when you've won a division.
Well, you had yesterday off.
Right. We'll see if Hoskins can do some damage here. Does he green light at 3-0? Gilbert Diaz on the mound, and that is a ball. Doesn't matter. Ball 4. Stole it, but no stolen base on the walk.
A little risky, isn't it? Trying to steal a base. Down by 5 runs. How often have you seen a guy run on a 3-0 pitch?
A thoroughbred in the gate.
Yeah. Well, that's their game. They run. Doesn't matter what the score is.
No stolen base. It'll be a walk. Back-to-back walks. Now, Mr. 3-run homer steps in. Willie Adames. Still tied with Griffey Jr. for the 3-run home run record. Most 3-run homers in a single season. Campanella, Tino Martinez, Sammy Sosa, Ken Griffey Jr., and Willie Adames. I played golf with Tino Martinez a couple of years ago. That was a blast.
Can he hit it?
He's a great guy. Yeah, mashes it.
300.
What a great guy, though. Yeah. Oh yeah. Easy. Enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah. What'd you shoot?
I don't remember. I beat him. "13 3-run homers, had a grand slam last homestand." Brewers would love one of those right now. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, slider curveball pitcher go along with the fastball.
6 straight pitches out of the strike zone for Diaz. Big swing by Adames right down the middle with a fastball.
And 97, pretty good velo on that pitch.
Got to cash him in here every inning when you're down 8-0. Brewers have scored 3 unanswered with 2 ducks out there right now. Adames off the hands and a fly ball to left. Second out.
They got in on him. Pitch in off the plate.
It'll be up to Gary Sanchez. Sanchez has been in a bit of a home run drought. Been since September 7th for a big power hitter. Oh, and 2 the count.
You might see Sanchez get a little bit more playing time. Maybe DH him behind home plate today. Maybe get him going in the postseason. That's where he has shined in his career.
Gives you great at-bats. Veteran at-bats and a threat. And he got him. Diaz gets the call, a strikeout to end the inning. Brewers strand 2. We go to the 6th. Arizona coming up. They lead at 8-3.
They'll be here Friday, September 27th, when Country Music Night debuts as a new theme night during the Brewers matchup against the Mets. The fun includes a special Brewers Western shirt with a theme night ticket. Get yours now at brewers.com/theme nights.
She's ready for it. I know you're a big country music fan.
I like it.
DL Hall back on the mound, working up a big sweat. Ketel Marte leads off, put that one by him. Big curveball from Hall. Marte on base twice. He homered in the first. Grounds out with a third. Ortiz. Nice play for out number 1. Let's send it down to Sophia Menard. What do you have, Soph?
Well, as we're getting into the final week of the season, Nick Mears, who's been on the injured list since August 25th, he's missed the last 26 games dealing with a right forearm injury. He's going to do a live BP tomorrow. He's been ramping up his throwing program, so he'll throw to hitters tomorrow on the off day before they head to Pittsburgh. Bryce Wilson has also thrown at least 2 bullpens. He did an up-down just a couple days ago, so he's progressing with his throwing program. The AAA season ends today, so they could have players report to Arizona, but again, no minor league rehab assignments at this point. They're still hoping to get those guys back and eligible for the postseason roster.
That's a good reminder, Sophia. Thank you. Basically, you keep a taxi squad available, and that'll be the case once you establish your roster for the wild card series.
You can make a move if somebody gets hurt, but that's it.
And you need those players to remain active, pitchers to continue to pitch. So they'll try to take it seriously wherever that taxi squad is and be ready to be called on in case of injury. Peterson takes a strike, 2-2 now. DL Hall pitching in his second inning. 2 Ks last inning. And he wipes out Peterson. Well, he asked for at-bats against lefties, and he's getting them here today from Torey Lovello. 2 strikeouts.
A couple of strikeouts. He was caught looking by Ashby. And DL Hall makes him look bad. Maybe that's why I didn't get too many at-bats against lefties. Randall Grichuk gets those at-bats.
He's always been a platoon player, even in his time with the Dodgers, and that burned him up. He signed with the Cubs because they promised him that he would be more of an everyday player, not a straight platoon player, but by the end of the year he was in a platoon role anyway in his 1 year with the Cubs. Traded to the Braves. Then he had some magic in the postseason for Atlanta. Gurriel with 2 outs.
How many home runs did he hit in that postseason? I know. I mean, that's rhetorical. He hit a lot of them.
There was a bunch in my memories.
Yeah. You don't have to look it
with
up.
The pearls. Oh, no, now I'm interested. Every time I see these kids, you know, they had the giveaway pearl necklaces there. That's why we love Baseball Reference. We can always find out. 3 homers in that 21 postseason. Out in front, lazy pop-up. Terang is calling, and DL Hall, nicely done. 3 up, 3 down. Brewers bullpen doing their part, keeping the Diamondbacks at 8. Bottom of the 6th, 8-3. Frelick leads off. Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook, a new era of sports betting. And sponsored in part by Northwestern Mutual, the official financial planning partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Little Weenies, Polish, a runaway winner today. Felt like the Little Weenies may have been part of that Brewer celebration Wednesday night as well.
Yeah, a little confusion down there today. Yeah.
A Sunday tradition with the famous racing sausages. Sal Frelick leads off. Gilbert Diaz back on the mound to start a full inning here after he came on for Montgomery with a man on. And Frelick with a base hit, slaps it up the middle. Sal's got 2 hits. Leadoff single in this 6th inning.
Brewers now have 7 hits. The Diamondbacks with 7. Scoreboard looks a little bit different though. Yeah, fastball up. Yeah, good look at how a guy pulls those hands in and tries to level that bat out on a high fastball. Well done by Sal. Another leadoff base runner for the Crew.
Joey Ortiz had a single, a run scored, and then a sac fly his last time up. That outside corner is open. Mike Malinsky has been giving that call today. That's a pitch that Diaz rung up Sanchez.
Yeah, but he's been giving that outside corner for both teams, though.
Payamps will have the next inning.
He has been consistent with that today.
Staying out there, and it's strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Double play ball. 6-4, and not in time. Throw gets away. Ortiz legs it out. First out of the inning. Ortiz will reach on a fielder's choice. These guys play hard every day.
Yeah.
No matter the situation, they run hard, play hard. So a little bit of an awkward throw from Perdomo, but unlikely they get him anyway.
Yeah, a little out of sync, but that is more times than not a routine double play ball. With the bigger bases this year, I think that you see less and less of the double plays.
Ortiz at first for Turang. Gilbert Diaz, hard throwing right-hander, and a little sinking fastball. Turang is even in the count, 1-1. Turang's 0 for 2, 2 ground outs to third. He's hit it right at Suarez, who has been playing in on the grass every time. Oh boy. Throws it away. Ortiz will go to second base. That'll be an error on Diaz, an E1.
Well, you throw one over the head of Josh Bell, you have made a really bad throw. Not sure what happened there.
Launch. Well, base hit, and the Brewers have put another run on the board here. 1 out.
You know you made a bad throw when Bell didn't even bother jumping.
He just started running after it.
He started to jump and then said, I'm not getting that, and kind of went after the baseball.
Two balls, 2 strikes on Turang. In the role of run producer here. That was way inside. Turang able to foul it off.
Yeah, good job pulling the hands in, just getting a piece of it. 96 in off the plate.
Long battle here. Keep that pitch count climbing. He's seen 8 pitches, or will see 8 pitches. Hunting a mistake. Ortiz with great speed. He should score on a base hit. Turang fouls another one off. Souvenirs for everybody. Rhys Hoskins had a 15-pitch at-bat yesterday. Longest of his career. This will be number 9 coming. He's seen everything he has. Got him. Struck him out on a slider. Second out of the inning, second strikeout here for Diaz. And back to the top of the order, Churio.
Yeah, a lot of strikeouts today for the Brewers with runners in scoring position today. 5 of them.
Offense is stagnant for now. That could change quickly. Comes and goes. Churio struck out his last time up. Had an infield hit in the 3rd inning. 1 for 3 today.
It's kind of the way it goes with every team. I mean, your offense is not going to be in high gear and scoring a lot of runs all year. You rely on your pitching. The Brewers have won plenty of games, only 3 runs.
Joe Mantiply in the Arizona bullpen. Line drive, base hit. Ortiz will be held, but he's running through the stop sign and he'll score. Oh, Jason Lane put up hands. Ortiz never stopped. Scores on a base hit by Churio.
Yeah, why not? I don't think Ortiz was even at 3rd base when that ball got to Gurriel. Line drive in the left. Let's check it out. No, he was not at 3rd base. You see Jason Lane hold him up, but nothing doing. Throw off the mark. The Brewers are down by 4.
Ortiz made up his mind. What does Jason Lane say as he runs past him?
Yeah,
you better make it. Down 8-3, and he did.
Well, when Ed Cedar was 3rd base coach, he would say it's only a suggestion.
It's only a suggestion.
Couple of hits now for Churio.
I mean, you know what Jason Lane's thinking. Hey, we need a big inning. We're a long way back. But now that it has worked, I'm sure Jake Bauers is letting him know. Churio says thank you. 78th RBI for Churio.
Yeah, when you're down by 5 runs, you don't want to be making outs on the bases. That's what he's thinking. Play it safe. Ortiz able to score with a bad throw from left.
See if Perkins can get on with 2 outs here. Remember, Contreras was pinch run for last time, so it's Mitchell due next, who's been red hot.
That's probably why Mantiply is getting loose.
Brewers have scored runs in 3 of the last 4 innings after the Diamondbacks had a 7-run 3rd. Strike to Perkins. Perkins with an RBI single in the 3rd inning. That was as a right-handed batter. 0-2. Look out. Almost hit him. That's his hardest fastball of the day at 98. Diaz pitching in his 2nd inning. Pitch count at 33. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Perkins fouls it away. Royals lost again today. Giants shut him out 2-0. Twins lost the first of a doubleheader. Tigers won. Hang on to beat Baltimore. It's getting more and more interesting every day in the AL Central. Fly ball center field. Back on it is McCarthy with room. And that'll end the inning. Brewers get 1 more though. Jackson Churio with an RBI single. His 2nd hit. Through the stop sign goes Ortiz. It is a 4-run game. Toyota game reset. Brewers fighting their way back into punching condition. 8-4, Arizona leads it. They led 8-0 at one point. Diamondbacks had a 7-run third inning. Marte has dominated the Brewers in this series with 3 homers and 7 hits. Brewers bullpen has been excellent, though. They've kept the Diamondbacks at 8. Ashby to Hall, and now Yoel Payamps.
Yeah, he's been really good. He's only allowed 3 earned runs in his last 23 innings. That covers 26 appearances. Last pitched on Friday against these Diamondbacks.
Payamps facing Jake McCarthy, Josh Bell, Eugenio Suarez. Spinner in there for a strike. Payamps had that outing in Arizona last Sunday. Just the 1 out, got out of the inning, and then had some forearm tightness. And they're thinking, man, this is a possible injured list scenario maybe, but after the game, Pat Murphy was confident that Payamps will be able to come back. There's a swing and a miss, a strikeout to start the inning. And Rock, since Payamps has come back, he's looked better than ever.
Yeah, slider has been on point. Quick, sharp break to it. Getting some swings out of the strike zone. He just got McCarthy on a pitch up out of the zone. Yeah, they're going to need him in the postseason. He's going to be a key component out of that pen.
This is his 3rd outing since he left the game with an injury last Sunday. He had a scoreless inning against the Phillies. Scoreless 7th inning with a strikeout against Arizona Friday night. He is the Brewers leader in games. Weak ground ball out to short. Adames with time makes a play for out number 2.
Yeah, leverage right-handers out of the pen for the Brewers in the postseason. McGill, Payamps, Williams.
Can't win without a great bullpen. Brewers could have that once everybody kind of fits into their roles, if you can get there healthy. Ryan Thompson will be next. Broken bat. Suarez with a base hit.
He's had a number of those in this series, hasn't he?
Just about to say that.
Little flares, swinging bunts. It's all about putting the bat on the baseball. That was a broken bat into right. They all count.
He homered in the 3rd. He's got 2 hits today. 2 out base runner. Here is Jose Herrera. Haven't gotten word from the Diamondbacks clubhouse on Gabby Moreno. Assuming he re-aggravated the injury that had him on the injured list. He just got back last Sunday. He's been back a week. Some concern, I'm sure, for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Herrera's 2nd plate appearance. He walked last time up.
Can't be without your starting catcher.
One ball, 1 strike, and that one's in there.
Well, that's a good slider.
Tight.
There was a stretch this year. It was kind of flat, breaking early. Hitters were picking it up. Not now.
Got him. Upstairs with a fastball. Payamps strong once again. 3 excellent outings. 2 Ks in the 7th. Time for God Bless America as we hit the stretch. Bob Kozlowski brings it to us as always. Enjoy, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for God Bless America, led by Bob Kozlowski from Brewers Guest Services.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Seventh inning stretch here at American Family Field. Brewers trying to come back down 8-4, and we want to remind you that BCF will be collecting new winter hats, mittens, and scarves, or also a $10 contribution during September's Drive for Charity. That'll be next weekend, September 27th through the 29th, and fans donating will receive a collectible Bryce Terang pin. So you can go to brewers.com/BCF. Get more information. You can also make online donations there, and that is presented by BCF's Leadership Council. And guys, I think we can spend the rest of the week campaigning for Bryce Terang to finally get that Gold Glove, right?
No question. Better be the Gold Glove winner. Garrett Mitchell, first ball swinging. Ryan Thompson just into the game. Mitchell's first at bat of the game. And Rock, he stays hot. This has been an extended stretch now for Garrett Mitchell.
Yes, in the last 24 games, hitting nearly .290. On base percentage really good. He's got the OPS over 1,000. 6 home runs in that stretch. Getting hot at the right time. A bullet. The Brewers have had their leadoff hitter on in 4 of the last 5 innings.
That came off the bat 111 miles an hour. Rhys Hoskins now. Brewers have kept the pressure on. 8-4. It was 8-0 after a 7-run Diamondback third inning. And the Brewers bullpen has shut down this high octane offense since. There goes Mitchell. Great pitch to run on, and he swipes second base.
Yeah, his second. That's right. He stole, but it was a walk. Yep, first stolen base from Mitchell.
Technically his first, but he would have stolen 2.
Pitch down and in. Tough for Herrera. Not able to even make a throw.
Now a base hit could bring in another run. At some point, Brewers are going to need to pop one here. Got Adames due next. Hoskins 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 balls, 1 strike. Almost hit him again. Boy, he is right on the shins of Rhys Hoskins. I mean, as much as you'd love to just stand in there and take one, that's hard to make your brain do that.
Yeah.
That would hurt.
Self-preservation.
Uh-oh. Inside move. That looked like a dance move. Looked like a modified gritty.
Looked like he slipped.
Crowd here starting to feel something, starting to feel A little rally coming on as Hoskins center field. Way back. It is over the head of McCarthy. Here comes Mitchell, and he will score. RBI double Rhys Hoskins. 8-5 Diamondbacks.
Yeah, they're going 5 unanswered runs for the Crew. Boy, Rhys Hoskins put a charge into that one. Not a very good route by McCarthy, though. He overran it, and by the time that ball got to him, he had to reach back and missed it. We talk about barreling one up. Check out this route. Not a very good route. And he's got to adjust and not able to make the catch. That'll be a double and an RBI.
And now here is Adames. McCarthy, a very good center fielder. Outfielders tell you those line drives over your head are the hardest ones. You don't know which way to turn. Driving to right center. This is down, a base hit. Automatic double. Hoskins scores. 8-6 Milwaukee. And the tying run will come to the plate. Will Adames.
All over the right-hander. McCarthy to side armor, or I should say Thompson. And Willie Adames does what you're supposed to do. Go to the opposite field with that pitch. One hops the wall. And all of a sudden, the Brewers have the tying run at the plate. That'd be a nice comeback, wouldn't it?
Brent Strom on the phone. Bullpen takes off third base. No problem. Adames steals third. That's not an insignificant moment there. He's at third with nobody out. Opens up a lot more opportunities to score.
This is the Brewer baseball we've been watching all year. I think they've woken up.
This crowd will pop if Gary Sanchez does the same. That one almost hit him. Thompson, he's fighting his mechanics. You can see it in his body language. Tim Dillard made a great point last week when we were watching Thompson. Dilly was a sidewinder himself, and when you're just a little off kilter, it can get real bad real quick. That one's in there. Breaking ball for a strike. 2-1 to Gary Sanchez.
That's the thing about that sidearm delivery. It's got to work perfectly. The mechanics have to be perfect.
2 balls and a strike. Crowded him. 3-1 now. We got a lefty coming up next in Frelick. Manaply is ready in the bullpen. This is the third batter phase for Thompson. He's given up 3 hits. Fourth batter faced here in Sanchez. On the ground. Suarez coming to the plate. The tag. He's out. Adames going on contact. Suarez. It was not a great throw, but it was a good catch and tag by Herrera.
Yeah, with nobody out, kind of surprised they had the go on contact play on.
No challenge.
Usually that's a kind of a base running move that you do with 1 out and a man at third. No outs, not a good throw, but good play by Herrera to get the tag down.
Just got him.
Boy, barely. Yeah, got the ankle.
And now Sal Frelick.
And normally with nobody out, you play it more safe. You let it go through. 1 out, a little different.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was a little over eager. I'll see if Frelick can get it started again. Sanchez the runner at first. Frelick has not homered since May. Takes a strike. Sal's been swinging the bat pretty well. 2 hits today. Drove in a run with a double in the 4th. Frelick pulls one down the line. Foul. Hit it hard.
Slider up and in. They just couldn't keep it fair.
Mitchell started the inning with a single. Stole a base, scored a run. 2 in. It's 8-6. Two and two now. Frelick with 4 hits in the series now. 2-2 and a bouncing ball right to Marte. Flip it to Perdomo and out at first in a double play. Well, Brewers scored twice, but they may have let one get away. And a runner at third, nobody out. Went on contact. Can't get any more, but it's a brand new game. It's a 2-run game. Jared Koenig coming on to keep the Diamondbacks right there. Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is presented by your local Wisconsin Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. Brewers get 2 more in the 7th. They have scored 6 unanswered runs after being down 8-0. 8-6 now. And it's Jared Koenig on to pitch this 8th inning.
You got to get him back and throwing well. Best pitched on Friday, walked 3 batters, one of them intentional.
It's been a good run through the bullpen in this game. Ashby came on for Montas, who went 3 2/3, gave up all 8 runs, 7 earned. Ashby, Hall, Pyops, all with scoreless outings thus far. Ashby went an inning and a third. Hall went 2 scoreless. Pyops just had a scoreless 7th.
And nothing new for this Brewers bullpen, right? They've been doing that all year. It's the only way you come back when your bullpen's able to keep the other team off the board.
Perdomo started the rally for the Diamondbacks in the 3rd inning. It's been a good run right now. We've got to keep that going here. Arizona is a heavy hitting team.
9 punch outs between the 3 of them.
All 4 of Ashby's outs were strikeouts. Perdomo followed by Smith and Marte. Torey Lovullo has Corbin Carroll available. There's a ground ball toward the middle, and Adames makes a nice play for out number 1. Smooth out there.
Easy sidearm flip over to first base.
1 away for Koenig. Just got word from the Diamondbacks clubhouse that Gabby Moreno, who left this game in the 5th inning, left adductor tightness. That was the same injury that had him on the injured list. Just got back last week, so that is not good news for the Diamondbacks.
Sometimes those things take an awful long time to heal completely.
Christian Walker will pinch hit for Pavin Smith. A big bat that Lovello gave this Sunday off, but getting an at-bat here in the 8th. 26 homers, 82 driven in this year. Good pitch, changeup. Walker gave up on it, and it's 0-2. Walker's a good hitter, great defender. He's a Gold Glove winner at first base. Saves a lot of errors.
Yep, leads the league in armor, though.
He does have a lot of armor. Up and down.
Both hands.
Just put an L screen in front of him.
Elbow, tricep, both hands.
He's in a walk here himself. There's some power bats available in free agency this offseason. Juan Soto, Pete Alonso, Adames, Walker.
Juan Soto ought to get a pretty good contract.
Yeah, he'll be the one. That'll be the first chip that falls.
I think Willie will too.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Missed with a backdoor curve. Two and two. Doesn't bite. Walker's got a good eye. 3-2 the count. The dangerous Ketel Marte due next. Lost him. Walker draws the walk. And that brings up Marte with a man on and one away.
Well, let's check out today's time of the game winner. It's Frankie's in Baraboo. If they call the Brewers by 10 o'clock tomorrow, they get 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. This offer courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
Say hello to our friends in Baraboo. Cheers, everyone. Marte. Fly ball, foul ball. It's a big hitter for Jared Koenig.
The Brewers haven't been able to get him out a whole lot in this series. Last 2 times up, they were able to retire him, though. Strike out and a ground out.
Brewers in Arizona, even though Marte has better numbers as a right-handed batter, they took their chances with Koenig, knowing they were going to flip Marte to his better side, but they liked Koenig against Corbin Carroll, who at that time was hitting in front of Marte.
100 less at bats, but only 1 less homer from the right side.
One ball, 2 strikes. And he got him. Nope, foul ball. Beg your pardon. Or was it? Gary Sanchez saying he just missed it. Sanchez does not believe Marte fouled that pitch off. Pat Murphy asking Mike Malinsky to gather.
Foul tips are not reviewable.
No, that's I think he missed it, but you're right. You can't review it. You can come together as a.
Didn't even come close.
As a group, though.
Hit the glove and then the shin guard. That was not a foul tip. The click that the home plate umpire heard was off the glove.
Right. Yeah, you're using your ears as much as your eyes there. I don't think Mike Malinsky's going to call the rest of the umpires together. I think a home plate umpire in that scenario says, I've got the best option, but he missed it.
This is not the guy that needs an extra strike. This is a gift.
So instead of a strikeout, it is 1-2. Call that a foul ball. And now he pulls one to third. Oh, Joey Ortiz throwing a first in time. Big time play. Joey Ortiz.
Best of the year for Joey. Wow. That was something else. Not just grabbing the ball down the line, but getting up and making a perfect throw to first base right over the bag. Got it in the glove webbing, and check it out. Jumps up. Look at that throw.
Wow. Man,
that is big league right there.
Incredible. Got Sophia back there applauding.
That ball was by him.
Baseball gods. Oh, Jared Koenig, that one.
Look at that. Look at that throw.
Special play right
goodness.
there. I'm with you. That's best of the year.
Yeah.
For him. And he's made a lot of great plays this year. So 2 outs. Meeting at the mound here with Randall Grichuk pinch hitting for Jock Peterson.
And that was justice, too, because Marte was struck out the pitch before, but Joey Ortiz able to take a double away from him. Probably a run, too. The ball gets by him down the corner. There's going to be a run on the board. Not only does he save a run, but he gets the out.
Special play.
Top notch. Well done, Joey.
Hard to believe he had never played any third base until this season with any regularity. Totally foreign position to him. So Grichuk will pinch hit for Jock Peterson. Peterson has struck out twice against 2 different lefties, and Torey Lovullo not taking a chance this time around, and a base hit into right field. And this is going to bring in a run. Randall Grichuk, this guy has been unbelievable as a pinch hitter. He's hitting over 400 as a pinch hitter this year.
Yep, on the first pitch.
That is a crusher.
Yeah, got a fastball. He's able to take it in the right. Man.
Just when you're in a position to get out of the inning.
Just a nice piece of hitting. It looked like he was trying to go in that direction. As soon as he stepped to the plate and able to drive in a big run.
13 for 30 as a pinch hitter. OPS near 1,200 off the bench. Randall Grichuk. Go back to that missed strikeout, though. That missed call by Malinsky. He wouldn't have been at second. Fly ball to right, ends the inning. Big run. Diamondbacks get a huge insurance run. Koenig deserved better that inning. Great play by Ortiz. Could have been a whole lot worse. Brewers down 3, 6 outs to work with.
Don't let that 8th inning run get you down. The Brewers a steady climb back within 9-6 right now. We're at the Gruber Law offices. One call, that's all. Sports Desk getting set for Brewers Line postgame. A steady climb back, still 6 strong outs to go for this team.
I mean, the team's showing some fighty coming back here late, but every time they get down, they haven't been able to recover from it. You go back to the last 5 games, they've let the team score first every single time. The Brewers got some chances, though. Let's see if they can make a comeback.
All right, Brewers Live postgame presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. We'll see if they can complete that comeback. Diamondbacks had that big 7-run 3rd inning. Unbelievable stuff there. We'll review that and talk more and get you set for the Pittsburgh road trip coming up midweek as well, guys.
All right, thanks, Craig and Dilly. I'm going to listen to Craig. Voice of reason. I was getting down for a minute. Thanks, Craig. Joe Manaply takes over. Brewers in the 8th inning, bottom of their order. Joey Ortiz, Bryce Terang, Jackson Chourio. Corbin Carroll comes in to play right. They leave Walker in to play first as they tighten up their defense significantly. And Ortiz on a hop. Perdomo makes a nice play. 1 away. Diamondbacks do not hurt themselves defensively.
And good hands right there for Perdomo. That was a tricky hop. Not sure if he wanted to do it fingers down or fingers up, but able to make the play.
Brewers have their closer up. He's going to need to pitch. So he's coming in regardless. He has not pitched since Wednesday. So he might as well put 4 on the board and give him a chance at a save. Diamondbacks are without their closer, A.J. Puck. Pitched in 3 consecutive games. They have Martinez available to close. That's right off the end of the bat. Oh, Suarez plays it off the line and makes the play. That was risky by Suarez.
Yeah, good idea, though. I mean, he's able to get it. He's got enough arm to be able to pick it up and flat-footed throw a strike to first base. Right off the end of the bat, a cue shot. Not sure it was going to go foul or not. Probably would have.
Oh, I think it was a foul ball anyway.
Mike McClinsky, he's calling it fair. It looked like it might have been foul.
That's not reviewable either.
The ball is literally right on the line. Any part of the ball, any part of the line, it's fair. That was close. But you can't review it.
Nope. Just like that phantom strikeout last inning. Jackson Chourio with 2 outs.
Watch the ball. Yeah, I guess part of that ball was in fair territory.
Yeah.
Upon further review,
the play stands.
I would say more confirmed.
Play is confirmed. The video proved it. Two balls and a strike on Chourio. 3-1 now. Brewers need base runners. (9-6) Arizona leads it. (3-2) to Chourio. Diamondbacks feeling the pressure from the teams below them. Braves have won again today. They beat the Marlins. Mets and Phillies play tonight. Zach Wheeler on the mound for the Phillies. Trevor McGill's brother, Tyler McGill, is starting for the Mets, and he's had a nice little run lately. That'll be the Sunday night game. Up ahead of the Diamondbacks are the Padres. They've enjoyed a weekend series with the White Sox. San Diego and Chicago tied at 1 right now, bottom 4 in San Diego. Chourio draws the walk. There's a base runner you need. Now get one more and get the red hot Mitchell to the plate. Chourio is 2 for 4 with a walk and an RBI today.
See if Perkins can reach.
Brent Strom on his way out. You saw the hard-throwing Martinez in the bullpen. He's going to be the closer today with no A.J. Puck available. Diamondbacks are where they want to be with a lead and the guys available in the pen lined up. But if you can disrupt the script just a little bit.
Yeah, whichever way this game turns out, whichever way it ends, good to see the Brewers bats come to life today. They've actually out-hit the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, good call. So Manaply against Blake Perkins. Brewers scored 6 unanswered runs before Arizona scored in the top of this 8th inning. 9-6. A 7-run 3rd inning for Arizona. Strike to Perkins right on the outside corner. Every pitcher has utilized that spot right there. It's been an open door.
But he has been consistent all day, both sides.
Oh, and 2 the count.
And when that's the case, when an umpire's consistent, giving a little bit off the edge, hitters have to adjust.
Oh, 2 outs, 8th inning. Perkins on the ground through, base hit. Blake Perkins coming up big. 2 hits, a line out, had a good day at the plate. Now the tying run will step up once again. 2 out, 2 strike single.
Yeah, it looked like a cutter of some kind, maybe slider down and in, and Perkins able to get enough of it, find the hole. Tying run, steps up to the plate again.
Remember, Mitchell pinch ran for Contreras. So while you lose a right-handed bat in Contreras, Mitchell's been the hottest hitter the Brewers have had. Had a single his last time up. 2 outs, 8th inning. Mitchell, in his big league career, just over 100 games against lefties, hits .270.
He hangs in there nicely. Just put it in play.
Brewers need a moment here. The 1-0 and a swing and a miss.
Yeah, this year a .250 hitter, 7 for 28 against lefties.
Brewers have great speed on the bases. 2 balls and a strike. Hunting one mistake to get those 2 on the move. Mitchell's got big power to the opposite field as well. Strike. Sinker in there at 88.
That was the one right there. Fastball down the middle.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Brewers have stranded 7 today. They have 12 hits in the game. Been knocking at the door. Manaply deals. Ball 3. Oh. This is about to get real interesting here if Mitchell can reach with Hoskins due next.
You're probably going to see Martinez in the game.
He's ready in the pen. Brewers would love to get Martinez in an inning early. Here we go. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners go. Mitchell, a shot through. Coming in to score, Cheerio. Garrett Mitchell hits a bullet past Suarez. 9-7. The tying run is on.
Literally hit it right through Suarez. A rocket, a one-hopper in the left. They're going to give him a base hit, as they should. That was a hard hit ball, one hop right through the third baseman. And now the tying run at first base with good speed.
Back-to-back 2-strike hits with 2 outs. Manaply is out. Martinez is in. Fire right now. Didn't start this game. He's had 2 at-bats. He's got 2 hits. This one coming with 2 strikes. Hit it firmly right past Suarez to drive in a run to keep the inning alive.
Yeah, that's a tough play for Suarez. That was a one-hop bullet right at him.
Pumped.
Garrett Mitchell has been swinging a hot bat. Well done.
He's a base stealer as well. He carries the tying run. Justin Martinez, the flame-throwing reliever of the Diamondbacks, is in the closer's role today.
2.33 his ERA, fastball slider.
Rhys Hoskins, the batter. Hoskins takes a strike. Throw him a first pitch slider.
Outfield for the Diamondbacks deep. Trying to cut off that run at first base.
Go ahead and run at the plate. Martinez deals. Hoskins chased that splitter. Nasty.
That is a wicked pitch.
And he's quickly down 0-2.
Tumbles, dives as it gets to the plate.
First and third, 2 outs. Here's the 0-2. Hoskins stays alive. He threw him another one. Problem is he throws 103, and the Brewers have seen a lot of him.
The other issue is that splitter. Good chance it might end up at the backstop.
He's got one of the highest average fastballs in the game. This is the guy Churio had the triple against in extra innings last Sunday. Hoskins trying to deliver a moment here in the bottom of the 8th. There's that fastball high.
Let's see if he can spike one of those splitters in the dirt.
Yeah, that would do. That would get one more home. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the dirt. It was in the dirt. Mitchell's going to take second. That was a good block back there by Herrera, but now
tying run
on the wild pitch. A base hit could tie this game at 9.
Good secondary lead for Mitchell to be able to jump all over that ball in the dirt. No throw.
Big at bat. Brewers have back-to-back hits with 2 strikes. They need another one here. 2-2. Hoskins takes ball 3. Adames due next. Martinez has only thrown 1 fastball. Missed high with it. Crowd is up. Full count, 2 outs. And Hoskins right center down. Perkins in. Mitchell's in. We are tied. Rhys Hoskins comes through in the clutch.
Boy, how about this? They are awake. It was a splitter. They are alive and well, this offense. 9 runs on the board. After being down 8-0. Coming all the way back. And they tie it up.
Incredible. 3 straight hits with 2 strikes. Now Adames. Adames right field line. That is going to get down foul. Oh.
There's that splitter. Not a bad split-fingered fastball, but look at the way he shortens up and just dumps it into right field. And we're tied. A big 2-out base hit by Rhys.
Money player. Adames down 0-1 and a line drive left field. That's going to get down. Run, Rhys! Run! In the corner. Hoskins around third will be held there. A double for Adames. Back-to-back hits off Martinez.
How about the Brew Crew jumping off the mat here today? It started out to being a blowout. The Brewers have tied it up and looking to take the lead. Rhys Hoskins doing his best. He just can't score. They hold him at third.
And if you're wondering why Jake Bauers didn't pinch run for Hoskins, you still have another inning. And you're using Bauers right now to pinch hit for Gary Sanchez.
Well, you got Collins and Monasterio as well.
Bauers had the walk-off Wednesday. We're in the bottom of the 8th. 3 runs in. We're tied at 9. Bauers takes a ball inside. Had a good cut. Big fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Amazing comeback today.
Yeah, I would imagine that Rhys Hoskins got to second base, they would have ran for him.
It's a good call. One ball, 1 strike. 2-1. Justin Martinez. They had him ready for the 9th. Torey Lovello uses him here in the 8th. He's given up back-to-back hits. Bauers fouls it away.
101 down the middle. Much easier to get to, if it's easy at all, when it's down in the zone as opposed to upstairs.
Brewers have had 3 hits with 2 strikes and 2 outs in this inning.
If you're Rhys Hoskins, you get a big lead off that bag, and if he spikes a splitter, take off.
2-2. Bauers, little tapper. No play here. Brewers are going to grab the lead. Jake Bauers, an infield hit. 10-9 Milwaukee. What a comeback.
My goodness. I tell you, Martinez doesn't field his position all that well. Second time we've seen him do that in this series. Made no effort to get over there, and once the ball got by the mound, and no play for Perdomo. Right off the end of the bat. You see the way he falls off toward first. No real chance for him, and an RBI for Bowers. Wow.
Incredible.
Kidding me?
4 runs in.
Boy.
And the closer, Devin Williams, who was going to pitch anyway, is now in a save situation. Can Frelick add to it? 9th batter of the inning. Jake Bowers twice on this homestand.
This is an epic comeback.
Down 8-0 after 2.5 innings. They lead at 10-9. First and third, 2 outs. Four hits with 2 strikes and 2 outs in this inning.
Brewers have pounded out 16 hits today. Man.
Frelick in a 1-1 count. Big swing. 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Diamondbacks in the middle of their order for the top of the 9th inning. What's amazing about Rhys Hoskins' base hit, Martinez on his split finger fastball this year had only given up 1 hit all season. 30 strikeouts and a 1 for 37 at the plate. He's given up 2 hits now. 2-2, and it is outside. Ball 3. Joey Ortiz on deck. He started this inning. There were 2 outs and nobody on. Full count, 2 outs. Bowers will take off. Frelick fouls it away.
Yeah, 5 straight hits, 4 straight hits with runners in scoring position. Talk about waking up the offense.
6 consecutive base runners. And not just doing it with 2 outs, but with 2 strikes as well. Just back-breaking moments. Frelick trying to keep the theme going here. 3-2 pitch. Frelick fouls another one away. Now all of a sudden Martinez has thrown 21 pitches. Still has not recorded an out. Do it again. Another 3-2. Bowers takes off. Frelick, did he go? He did. And it is a strikeout to end the inning. But what an inning it was. 4 runs come in, all with 2 outs. And the airbender is ready to try to finish off the biggest comeback of the year. Hoskins and Bowers deliver in the clutch. It's 10-9 Brew Crew. Two big RBIs with 2 outs to tie the game. Jake Bowers then puts the Brewers ahead with an infield hit. And amazingly, the Brewers have covered an 8-0 deficit and now lead 10-9. And they are perfectly set up with their all-star closer on the mound, Devin Williams.
Yeah, he hasn't pitched since Wednesday against the Phillies. Struck out the side for his first win of the year. 1-0. He's 12 for 13 in save opportunities. Big strikeout numbers. Middle of the order coming up for the Diamondbacks.
Eric Haas comes in to catch. Contreras pinch run for. Sanchez was pinch hit for by Bowers. He needed that spot. Brewers have used all three of their catchers today. And the first pitch, a changeup, missed. Looked like a pretty good pitch. Don't tighten up those corners now. McCarthy shows bunt, takes ball 2. Been since Wednesday against the Phillies for Williams. He was going to pitch this 9th inning no matter what. And now he's got a save situation in front of him. 2-1.
This is not a guy you want to walk and make him hit his way on. Got good speed. I'll tell you, Devin's been really throwing the changeup for strikes consistently as of late. Missed with the first 2 in this inning.
I think Eric Haas got, I don't know, he's checking his pitch comm system, his earpiece. All the other players put that receiver in their hat and they can just hear it coming from the speaker in their hat. Catchers, for obvious reasons, have an earpiece. You don't want the batter hearing what's coming. And his earpiece malfunctioning. 2 balls and a strike to count. Corbin Carroll is due next. Took over in right field last inning. And then Suarez. So dangerous hitters coming up. 2-1 the count. 3 balls and a strike now. McCarthy, the speedy center fielder. Three and 2.
How does he go with the changeup? It's been a good pitch lately. Getting a swing and miss. Does he dare throw it and risk walking him?
Full count. Lead man here in the 9th. Williams deals and a cue shot. Went with a changeup and barely got a piece of it. It's always impressive how Williams can make the big pitches in the pressure situations. The pitch that is less than his fastball. And he missed with it. And McCarthy is on. Base stealing threat aboard with the Diamondbacks down 1. Brewers will take tomorrow off and then a 3-game series in Pittsburgh. Pitching matchups are set. The lefty Bailey Falter and then Ortiz and then Keller, 2 righties against Tobias Myers, Freddie Peralta and Aaron Savali. Toyota next matchup, 3 on the road against the Pirates. Corbin Carroll's first at bat of the game. Typically their leadoff hitter.
And Devin relatively slow to home plate, so you figure McCarthy might be able to get a jump.
Carroll's never had a plate appearance against Devin Williams in the regular season. Carroll, the reigning rookie of the year. He's been hot for a good chunk of the second half after a very slow start to the season. Tough guy to double up. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, 2 fastballs, top of the zone. Now you can throw just about anything you want. Don't have to throw a strike. McCarthy with a pretty small lead over at first base.
Carroll faced Williams in the playoffs last year, drew a walk. Only time he's seen Williams. 0-2 the count. And he pops it foul and out of play. Count stays 0-2. If you went away from us, welcome back. Where you been? Brewers have scored 7 runs in the last 2 innings, and they have taken the lead. Once down 8-0. But 3 more big outs to get for Devin Williams. Carroll doesn't bite. Williams gets a lot of swings on that pitch in that spot. It's a good take by Carroll. And the count is 1-2 now. Williams is throwing it exactly where he wants it.
Yeah, he wants that high fastball, then the changeup down. That one just a little bit too high.
Carroll has laid off a couple of tough pitches. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McCarthy still at first. And Carroll watches one go by. Williams strikes him out with a changeup.
Clearly in the strike zone. The airbender gets him.
He dared him to throw a strike, and he did. And he walks back to the dugout with a K. Now Suarez, big power hitter at the plate. By him. Gino Suarez against Devin Williams. 0 for 5 career, 4 strikeouts. Brewers set up to turn a double play that would end this game and this improbable comeback. You do wonder if McCarthy is in go mode right now. He's a base stealer.
They got a big power hitter at the plate. He might wait. Doesn't have a very big lead.
No balls and a strike. Suarez taps it foul. 0-2 the count. There have only been 2 comebacks of 8 or more runs this year in the major leagues. San Diego did it to the Cubs. Royals did it to the Mariners. Brewers trying to be the 3rd. No balls, 2 strikes. McCarthy goes. Pitches high, throw to second, not in time. And now the tying run at second base. Running with 2 strikes on the batter.
Yeah, taking off on a 0-2 pitch.
Second steal of second base for McCarthy today.
Not a very big lead, but a good jump.
Suarez has been known to shorten up, try to punch the ball. Did it his last time up with 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count, 1 out. Here he comes. And he popped him up. Adames is back. Churio is in. He wants it. 2 outs.
They got the changeup. It was right down the middle of the plate, but Suarez underneath it.
Diamondbacks fighting for their wild card lives here. Letting an 8-0 lead get away.
Do you think Devin Williams thought in the beginning of this game he'd be in for a save today? Always have to be ready.
Here is Jose Herrera. 2 outs, 9th inning. Herrera's never faced Devin Williams. Came into the game in the middle of the game in the 4th when Gabby Moreno left with an injury. He's walked and he struck out today. Ooh, he had a big cut and a high fastball.
That's
One ball, one strike.
That's where you want that fastball. You get that fastball down a little bit. I mean, it might be a different result. High fastballs, low changeups. This is the guy you want. You want to mess around with Perdomo on deck.
One ball, one strike. Tying run at second base. 1-2 now. A strike away from one of the franchise's biggest comebacks. Devin Williams, and now timeout is called by the batter Herrera. That might have been a break actually for Williams. Clock was ticking a little bit. Wants a new baseball. Buying a little more time. Here we go. 1-2, 2 outs. Williams deals, and he got him! Ball game!
Unbelievable.
Comeback secured. Devin Williams. One of the greatest comebacks in franchise history.
Are you kidding? I'll tell you what, that was something else to watch.
The fourth comeback when trailing by 8 or more runs. A 9-run deficit is the franchise record. The Brewers come back from 8-0 down to salvage the final game of this series. And they are shaking hands here today. That was something special.
How about this bullpen? I mean, the bullpen, this doesn't happen if the bullpen doesn't put together the innings that they did, and the offense finally waking up after a few days. What a game here at the ballpark.
And a crushing loss for the Diamondbacks. Arizona sitting pretty after a 7-run second inning. Brewers come back to win it 10-9. Mets and Braves fans rejoice. Wild card race tightens up. Brewers win. Brewers Live coming up next. Sophia with interviews. Craig and Tim standing by in Nellie's corner. What a comeback. What a win for Pat Murphy and the Brew Crew. We'll see you in Pittsburgh, everyone.